it an A minus.
What?
That one either. No, yeah, I'm just talking about Bleacher Report right now because
Oh, are you?
yeah, they
Because we're live.
yeah they rated.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Dat Wrasslin podcast. Sheepshifter 23 here with the always talking Benjamin Rivers, Soulamazin Gaming, and your boy Streetkilln HD. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What up? What up?
I am
What he
actually
do,
really
homie
good.
Blue?
Yeah, a lot of wrestling this week.
Yeah, it is a week full of wrestling. It's like Super Bowl weekend for wrestling fans.
Yep. Also, also G1. That was kind of interesting. You didn't see it. So, first of all,
stuff.
we're gonna cover NXT.
Take the reins,
Alright.
man. Go ahead. You got it. Go.
No, so yesterday we just had NXT Takeover New York. One of the best, absolute best freaking shows of all damn time. Hopefully going to be much more better than WrestleMania, because WrestleMania just no one really cares about WrestleMania.
No, you should
now,
not. That's bad thing to hope. But hopefully it will be better than. I would hope that WrestleMania is better than Takeover, because if that happened, it would be great.
Yeah.
You should always want better.
So NXT Takeover is good. Yeah, it was already. It has already killed WrestleMania. So it's already killed WrestleMania.
Killed it. Jeez.
Killed. It's dead.
So let's talk about the first match. First match of the night was, of course, the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line when it was Aleister Black and Ricochet gonna go went toe to toe with the Raw Raiders. Do you guys actually have anything to talk about this? And the War Raiders actually did pick up the victory on this one. High flying action. And some good stuff happened.
From what I recall, it was a great match.
I think Ben covered everything.
Thanks, guys, for
quick summary.
Thank you guys for tuning into that wrestling podcast. That's gonna be the Benjamin Rivers. He's got it. So yeah, a really amazing match. This is probably my favorite match of the night, without a doubt. Well, I mean, I guess I can't say without a doubt, because I do have doubts. I'm like, there were some really good matches here, but this one was probably my favorite. From when the War Raiders came out, I still didn't care. I was still on the fence about the War Raiders. I was like, man, I still don't like these guys. I'm just like, they're just nothing. I've said it a whole bunch, that nothing that the War Raiders do really stood out to me or made me think, wow, these guys are something special, or they're something different or unique. And I mean, I just couldn't find it. Tonight I found it. I'm a fan of the War Raiders now, as long as they keep doing stuff like that. I mean, I've seen them.
You just watched.
Or not tonight. Last night I found it. But I've seen them, slam each other on people. I've seen them, go to the top rope and do suicide dives and stuff like that. But this was beyond that. This was like there was a whole lot of storytelling. There was a lot of back and forth and pacing things. At first it went like strikes for strikes, and then it went like speed for speed, and then it went in the air, and then it just, I mean, it was just back and forth, and so many key moments. Like, this was the best match of the night to me.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's been a lot of pretty great tag team matches in the past decade, but all I got to say is this one was much better.
Wait, what? With a straight. He couldn't even say that.
Wow.
I've been waiting to say that for like 5 minutes, but no. Seriously, yeah, the storytelling in this match, especially in the beginning, is what made it great. With Rowan and Aleister Black showing signs of respect to each other. I thought that was really cool and something that we haven't seen in a long time. Especially whenever Rowan had the opportunity to just punch Aleister, had him back to the ground, and he stood up and let Aleister stand back up, and then Aleister could have hit him with a black mass, and he kind of caught his foot. And I think that was really cool. That was really great to see. And then, the comment that the commentator, I always forget his name, that he made about when Ricochet and Hanson got into the ring, that they, believe it or not, they were the high-flying members of each team.
Yo, can we actually talk about Hanson for a second?
Well,
let him finish.
Okay, yeah.
That move he did flying to the outside and
oh my god,
taking out both of them. That was insane. I mean, you're always like surprised when a big guy has, athleticism. But I mean, Hanson is more than a big guy. He's gigantic. He's probably the largest guy that I've seen do anything like that ever. I mean,
yeah. The only person that even came close was Killian Dane, and Killian Dane is probably a little bit smaller.
He's even. That's the example I was going to use. Is that he's even more impressive than Killian Dane because he's bigger and he can do more. I think
those two should have been the War Raiders.
You think so?
Don't fire Rowe. Team Rowe up with Luke Gallows, and Team Hanson up with
you see, that's the thing.
Killian Dane.
These two guys are well known around the world. They came from New Japan. And
one thing,
popular in the indie.
I'm not a tattoo expert, but I've seen like a lot of those locked up episodes, and I've watched some prison shows before. I swear, man, those guys look like they got some white supremacy tattoos going on over there.
Who?
The War Raiders.
The War Raiders?
Yeah,
really?
I mean, some of that stuff looks, I'm sure it hopefully can't be because, it would have been screened. Hopefully it's all like Norse stuff and all that, but I don't know, man.
They probably are that deep into their characters.
I don't know.
Tattoos to go along.
Some of that stuff looks a little suggestive.
Man,
but I'm not saying.
I'm
definitely. They're trying to join the revival. The revival.
They're gonna go hard.
Speaking of people, I have a newfound respect for. But yeah, they were top notch, and the respect. That was one of the main things that really sold this match. And at the very end, when it was all said and done and the War Raiders were victorious, I was like, I'm fine with that. Even though I like the team of Aleister Black and Ricochet better, I knew that there's better things in the future for them, and that this wasn't their moment, and that I was fine with that because the War Raiders, for one, made a new fan out of me, and I was at the end with the respect and like the dropping the belts and the bow. That was like, oh shit, okay, this is real right here.
Shit got real.
And it was a real emotional moment. You could feel it in the crowd. If you could see it in the crowd. I guess you couldn't feel it because you weren't there, but you could definitely see it, and it was probably the biggest moment to me of TakeOver. But Street, what are your thoughts on this?
It was a good match. I liked it.
Eloquent as always.
I don't really keep up to date with NXT or anything, but they're doing good shit down there in NXT. I mean, NXT is obviously the better show most of the time.
Of course.
And if I had the time, I would watch and keep up with it, but I'm just so far behind NXT and everything else. I just watch,
No, you're not. You're not behind. You're not behind on
like
NXT. You're caught up right now.
But from what I've seen,
you just caught up yesterday. You're not behind anymore. You can now start watching again. You don't have to worry about catching up. It's like you watch the finale and you know what's going on.
The roster in the NXT.
Neither do we.
I guess. I don't know.
There's like 15 people there that still haven't even had matches on TV. We don't know half of them either.
True.
And half of them are going to, we're fixing to be meeting most of them because everybody, Alistair and Ricochet are definitely going to the main roster.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure how permanent EC3 and Lacey Evans and all them are, but...
Well, I think EC3, despite he actually did get caught up to the main roster. I think he might be still there on Raw.
A little bit of a soul
until
prediction
this whole
spoiler. Do you want soul prediction spoiler?
Soul spoiler.
I got my money on EC3 to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Believe it or not.
That's what I was saying last stream. I think it might be him.
It's possible. So let's move on to Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle. I wasn't expecting this to be that great. And I expected it to be good, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
Same.
I know that Velveteen is good, but I was unsure of Matt Riddle in this scenario. I haven't seen him.
He impressed me.
Yeah. He out wrestled the whole time, and it was through smart planning or maybe luck that Velveteen Dream was able to pull out the upset. And it's another one of those situations where I was like, man, I really want Matt Riddle to win, but at the same time, he's got plenty of time, and this was, Velveteen's moment. It would be unfair to take it away right after he got it. And I think Velveteen was the person that could be seen as somebody to take away Matt Riddle's undefeated streak. And maybe even this leads to a program, or I don't know. But Matt Riddle was impressive. Velveteen Dream, as always, was impressive. Not quite the match as the match before, but I mean, it's hard to live up to something that was like that. So, with that in mind, this was still probably better than almost anything we'll get tomorrow night.
I don't remember exactly what move it was, but Matt Riddle did some kind of high-flying move off the top rope, where I was just what? Like,
which one was it?
He was doing. I just said I don't remember the name of it, but he was doing things in the match that I didn't know he even could do. You know what I mean? Where I was like, whoa, like I haven't seen. All I've seen from Matt Riddle is like submission and
kicks,
almost like he's like a male Ronda Rousey, but a kickboxer version. You know what I mean? And he really
went for a lot of submissions in that match.
Well, of course. Yeah, that's his main go-to. But
well, it's better than Ronda's though, like a million times better than.
Even
that's the thing is that they came in with all this hype, but Matt Riddle's actually doing it. Ronda Rousey still looks like, I guess it's just because Matt Riddle's just like doesn't give a fuck. He's like, bro, So he's relaxed and he's not so concerned about all the little details. So he's just taking it in naturally. Like he is really taken to. I hate to use cliche phrases, but he's taken to wrestling like a fish to water. He's really, really become one of the top wrestlers on NXT in the matter of 2.5 months maybe he's been on TV. It's crazy.
It's in ring and
he was on another promotion. He wrestled at the other place too before though. That's right. I forgot. He was in the Indies. I was thinking he came straight from the UFC.
Can we talk about one thing during this match?
Yeah.
That suplex.
Yeah, I was about to
that fucking suplex looked fucking dangerous. I'm like, somebody's gonna break their neck if they do this again.
Yeah, it was
fucking
rough.
suplex from like the top rope, well, not in the corner, but like on the sides where the top rope is. Just flipped him over, and the way he landed, I'm like, oh, he better protect his head. I seen him protect his head real quick.
Oh yeah, I saw.
But like, if you're not quick enough with that, you're definitely gonna get your head broken. I was like, dude, that's scary, bro. That's hella scary.
Yeah, that was nuts. Top marks, all around for Matt Riddle and Velveteen. I can't say I could have asked for more. So moving on, something that I'm a little more unfamiliar with. I felt a little bit more like Street here. I'm very familiar with Pete Dunne, but Walter I had only heard of in like the promos and from like when Ben posts like the Twitter, Walter's coming to WWE. And so
I also will say this though. I will say this. Walter can chop really freaking hard. Oh my god! The amount of chops that in that match, I saw. Oh my god! Nah, this is Walter actually deserves. I actually thought that Pete Dunne was gonna win. He's held that about 685 days, and now he lost it to Walter. A great competitor, good wrestler, good technician. Also add that. And this match could have actually went either way, but Walter in the end, doing his. What was it? I think it was what was it? Yeah, the splash to the top rope, and it was really golden. But you know what? NXT UK Championship. Yeah.
Walter,
you guys, thoughts on this?
So as I was saying,
Yes.
yeah, they had a really good match. I was familiar with Pete Dunne, wasn't very familiar with Walter, but this was the moment when I got to learn a little bit about him. And the one thing I took away from Walter is that he looks a little bit like Ben. Definitely, yeah. I think Walter looks a little bit like Ben. Are you kin to Walter, Ben? Do you see the resemblance?
No, I don't.
You're not kin to Walter? It's not your
Yeah. I am actually a big fan of Walter, like from the indie scene, like the PWG, Ring of Honor. I know he has been part of so many brands. I have seen him compete against Keith Lee, and his matches are freaking good.
He was. I was impressed.
How long have you been watching the PGW?
I think. Oh, here we go again. I think I watched his. I think it was Keith Lee's last match he had, and it was a triple threat. Yeah, and I know Walter was part of it.
Did you watch the match, or did you watch the clips of it?
Yeah, I watched the match, and the match that I think Pete Dunne and Walter were part of. They were part of a triple threat.
Okay.
High flying action.
Okay.
So what you're saying is from Walter.
What you're saying is that's the one match of Walter's that you've seen from IGWB.
Yo, he has also faced Sammy Guevara.
No, I don't care who he's faced. What matches have you seen? Question. Just answer it quickly.
Besides the triple threat and the other one. I've also seen him.
What's this other one?
Oh, who's the other? Yeah, I know he's faced Ricochet.
Alright,
did you see it?
You've seen clips of one match, and you're claiming you're a fan of his from the Indies. Let's move on, everyone.
No.
Let's move on, everyone.
Yeah, I have actually saw highlights, and I have actually
truth comes out.
Yeah, I have also actually saw him
big indie fan over here.
Yeah,
big indie fan
do the chop. And
He did have. Okay, well, I will say the dude does have some scary looking chops. That shit looks like it really hurts.
Yeah, why don't we just change his name to Pork Chop?
His chops. His choppers.
Get to the chopper. Yeah, they should just change his name to Chopper.
I didn't really care for this match, honestly. I don't really care for the NXT shit.
I walked into.
That's UK stuff.
That's the approach I walked into it with. I walked into it not really caring about it, but by the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm sold. He went high risk. He went to the
half of it, but
I'm still not sold on that.
The Walter dude went to the top rope, didn't he? And to the outside, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. I was like, holy shit.
It was good. I'm not gonna lie, but there's not a lot of, from what I know, there's not a lot of activity going around with that.
Can I say real quick that Pete Dunne, I think, does anybody does anybody else think that Pete Dunne's build is weird?
His build's weird.
I think he's got a weird build. I think he's definitely got a weird build. It's all scratch. It's like he's got mange or something. It's like scraggly and like patchy and just like missing parts of fur, like somebody just.
Well, I mean, he's from the UK.
Well, he is better than Brock.
Respect.
So. Better title reign.
He's got the big beard.
But I will say that,
Ben is like if you took Walter and Tony and Pete Dunne and they had a baby. He's Ben is.
Yeah, I'm like so damn sorry
hey,
though.
No, it's
but
if you take Walter and Pete Dunne,
sorry.
they had a baby.
Pete
And you drop
Walters.
the baby on it. You gotta drop the
this
baby
Pete
on
Dunne.
his head, and then
hang on, listen, right?
He's Ben
Pete
Walters.
Dunne Walter.
Wait, Pete
this
Walters.
Match, I'm sorry though, but like
Walter Dunne.
Well, no offense to that other part timer.
Dunder Mifflin.
I don't even want to mention his name. I'm just saying though, Pete Dunne and frickin' Walter, they have so much better chemistry than the other damn prick. I'm not going to mention.
Much more
You know what?
better.
I'm sorry, but
Fatality.
you know what?
Moving on. Let's go on to. Well,
yeah,
I don't know if we move on. That's just moving on to the one I think low spot of the night, and even it was still probably at least a solid B. The women's fatal four-way.
The women's match, you didn't like that?
I didn't hate it. I did not like it. I just didn't hate it.
Superman.
We had 2 unreleased Fortnite skins fighting it out. Come on, exclusive pay-per-view Fortnite merch.
There were good. There were.
WWE
Hold on. There were
give
good.
us something entertaining.
Got us there, buddy.
You thought
There
the
were good
marshmallow
moments.
event was cool? Shit.
There were good moments, and I came out of it thinking, you know, it was pretty good, and they told the stories that I think the right outcome happened. I think it was executed well. I just think it could have been bigger. Like Shayna or the horsewomen could have just came in and just beat the shit out of everybody.
Again.
Could have been
It
better.
could have been much more better.
The only thing now is hopefully
combine the boat.
Hopefully, Bianca Belair will stop saying undefeated. Because that's getting
because she is defeated.
Well,
she kept doing she kept doing it
and wrap it around her neck already.
That was also interesting. They really used the hair a little bit differently. Like Shayna was using her hair against her, and that was pretty cool.
I know.
And she whooped the shit out of she got the shit out of Io Shirai. She like left a big
Shayna
welt.
was using her hair against her. That was so cool, man.
We know, Legend. We'll get to that.
Women using each other's hair. In a
Yeah,
fight.
do that.
So original.
Whoa, that doesn't happen every day. Down the street in someone's neighborhood.
She should have just took her by her hair here and just whipped her around, dragged her around the ring. That would have been more entertaining, much more better.
She should have used her own hair for the chokehold for her submission move.
I know, right? That would have actually been an interesting signature right there.
Like wrap it around and then put her chokehold in.
I'm just not gonna care about the women's division in
NXT
until Shayna loses.
Wow.
I don't care.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just like saying that. Yeah.
He's transphobic, y'all. Soul's transphobic.
Lost. Well, you know what?
I'm sorry, but
the
women's division is the worst part of
the Universal
NXT.
title. Not, you know what? No, stop that. No. Nope.
It's the worst part of
NXT. You've already said too much, so.
I bet you'd like her if she got fake boobs.
You know what it is? It's like half
Shayna
the women
Baszler.
on the NXT.
You'd like her if she had boobs.
Have like A cups.
I'm sorry though. Yeah, I think I have like
cups.
already so much interest on that Universal
Is it
title.
because they're Asian and
like nobody liked China until she got boobs. So
no, I like China. I did. I was a fan.
He's like,
you like China?
I like China.
You like China pre-boob?
Don't compare China to Shane. Oh my.
Even pre-boob China?
What does boobs have to do with anything? What are you talking about?
More than you can imagine.
So's not trying to say anything because he's watching behind his back. He's like, I ain't saying nothing about boobs.
What do boobs have to do with it? I don't understand that.
Wait. Can we say boobs? Can we say boobs? Oh yeah, okay. So, yeah, I like Shayna Baszler. You know, I think she's a good champion. I think she's the only logical champion right now in NXT, and it makes perfect sense. Like her or not, I don't like her as far as I don't like her, but I like the role that I like the heel.
Who the winner was?
Who's the winner? Johnny G. Yeah, War Raiders won.
Normally I would agree, but I don't even agree that she's a good heel. I just don't.
What? Why?
I think she's boring.
Wait, whoa. Okay.
The only thing I don't like is her.
Genuinely boring.
I don't like her annoying, like when she talks.
So is Brock.
Her voice
that's
is
my
very
problem.
irritating.
That's my problem with her.
Okay, exactly.
But she's a great heel. Like, she dominates, and she's a good wrestler. She's the best of the 4 horsewomen by a mile.
Okay, that's like what kind of accolade is that? No one gives a shit.
It should be an accolade because one of them that she's better than, one of them that she's better than is the main event of fucking WrestleMania. That's why it counts.
Yeah, but she's not though.
I know.
But she's not the main event of WrestleMania, so it doesn't matter.
Because Ronda has boobs.
It matters. Come on, man.
Oh.
No, see, people hate Baron Corbin, but I see the good heel in him because he's entertaining. He makes you laugh. And makes you laugh at him.
She's not okay. I will say that she's not entertaining, but it's in that kind of no nonsense way. I understand it a little bit better, I think.
No, I understand it completely. That's why I don't like it.
Ooh.
There's not a misunderstanding. I don't like the type of heel that just comes out and is just a cocky badass and just beats people up. Like, it's just boring.
You don't like Brock Lesnar?
That would have happened, like, it's something that would happen decades.
You don't like Brock Lesnar, so?
That's what you just said now.
You don't like somebody that's just a cocky badass just comes out and just beats people up?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar doesn't speak.
Brock
Maybe if Shayna Baszler had Paul Heyman for her, she would be my favorite.
Brock Lesnar is just Shayna Baszler with less testosterone.
Less testosterone. maybe Shayna needs to be a Heyman guy, and then
she should. Heyman should manage Shayna. It would work. But yeah. Moving on, the only real thing we could really move on to would be some WrestleMania predictions. So
no.
We're not even
let's cover.
Not yet. We still got one more match.
There weren't any more. There weren't any more matches. There was nothing else. There was nothing else. That was it.
You're so in love with Shayna Baszler's boobs that you can't even get the podcast right.
No.
Lack thereof. No, there was nothing else. There weren't any more matches.
Sheep,
what else happened?
You missed out on one of the fucking
No, that was all.
matches.
I turned it off after that.
Gargano versus Adam Cole, thank you.
I turned it off. What are you talking about? I missed something?
We can go ahead and move
respect on freaking Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano's name. Thank you.
Oh no, that
yes, you did. There was Gargano versus Adam Cole.
No.
What is he going on about?
Sake, bro.
Yes, I know. 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm trolling you, Ben.
Thank you.
2 out of 3 falls. Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole. Second best match of the night.
We're off, bro.
You know, a lot of people probably think this was the best match of the night. To me, second. But it had a lot of really good moments. Johnny Gargano's taking out all of Undisputed Era with like one move was pretty fucking awesome. That like he had one of them in a headlock or like a tornado DDT, and he used that to like kick the other one like he was Jean-Claude Van Damme or something over in that bit. And then like all 3 of them were laid out, and then he went back in there, and the crowd was like going nuts because every time they thought Adam Cole was about to win, and I did too. I was like, oh shit, it's over. But it didn't, and Johnny Gargano got the win. And then the story got a little bit weird because Tommaso Ciampa came out, and like all of a sudden Candice LeRae's all cool with that now, and they're hugging all 3 of them like You know, they're all just cool now, and it's good. Candace just smiling at Tommaso Ciampa like nothing ever happened. When like
So,
2 weeks
Are
ago
they
she was like,
faces now? Like, what's
Gargano was
going
actually
on?
also Iron Man in that whole
Yeah,
match.
I mean, it's supposed to
Well,
tell a
God,
story that the storyline's dead. It's over. He's gonna be out for so long that it's just in the trash can. Like they're gonna come up with something different when he returns.
now they're
Crown
best
champion
stuff. It's
friends.
just
Talking
done.
about my best friend.
See, they both were supposed to be Triple Crown champion, but that didn't happen because of the injury.
Yeah.
So RIP.
So I'm glad that
now.
I'm definitely glad Gargano won. What do you guys think? Is that what you would have wanted?
It was gonna
Yo,
happen. We knew it was gonna happen.
I was going for Adam Cole that entire match. I was going for Adam Cole.
No,
I mean,
it's dumb to know
personally-
that it wasn't gonna happen.
Personally, I'm
talked
much
about
more of
it.
an Adam Cole fan, but I knew that Johnny Gargano was gonna win, and I was happy for it. Johnny Gargano definitely deserves it, and it was his moment. It was his time.
You want to know the reason why I actually picked Adam Cole to win? Because apparently, well, there was like a local advertisement stating that maybe potentially at a probably potential house show, it was going to be NXT champion versus North American champion, Velveteen Dream, going one-on-one with Adam Cole, which Adam Cole was NXT champion.
That doesn't mean
that
that
was
doesn't mean
wrong.
that won't happen still. He could lose the title next week to Adam Cole.
Yeah.
That's true. That could happen.
They do shit like that all
But-
the time.
hang on.
It's more likely to
Hang
lose
on.
your title
Hang on.
after a pay-per-view than it is during it. Probably.
You're right.
During WrestleMania week.
Yo, I will say this though. Yo, Johnny Takeover is the freaking best thing in NXT right now. Yo, I
Yeah,
have
is
to
that what
admit
they're
this.
calling it?
But also, yo,
Is that
he
why he's
wore
the
an
world
Iron Man
champion?
attire. Yo, you wanna know what his new name should be? Johnny Iron Man. The fucking Iron Man
You
thing.
yeah, you should definitely
Threw
be
me off.
WWE's official nicknamer. 100%.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Johnny Iron Man, yeah, that's
Johnny
it.
Iron Man.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Johnny Iron Man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can hear him chanting that.
I'm pretty sure that what they're gonna call him is Johnny Champion, but okay.
Well,
Iron
his
Man.
new name he has actually proved to everybody now that he is Johnny Takeover.
I think they should call him John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Smith.
Oh no,
His
not that.
name is
Oh, not that joke now.
How
During
is
the
his
whole
new name
every
Johnny
week
Takeover?
around Kenny.
That's what they've
As
been
equals
called.
No, I just remember.
They're gonna
what
start
that
calling
thing is
him
from
Johnny
now.
WWE.
You know what I don't like?
Oh god.
This is what I don't like. I don't like the generic naming after a pay-per-view or big event, like Johnny Takeover. Shit like that. It's so generic and so worn out. Like the whole Kofi Mania thing and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah,
they
like
use stuff
putting
like
Killing
that all
after
the
your
time.
name
All
or
those
something
disrespect
like
Crazy
that.
Mania
Shit.
here.
Yeah,
Disrespect.
like putting HD after your name or something.
Or
like that.
killing,
What are you talking about?
you
What are you
know,
talking about?
just using one of those
Streetkilln,
cliches, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
I don't even know what the HD
Yeah, what
stands
you
for.
still man?
Oh, like using your real name's all
High
special.
definition.
Ben Rivers. So they're using your real name, trying to get identity hacked. Gotcha.
Yeah,
What is
HD stands for high
1999?
definition. Don't worry about that.
At least me and
High
Soul,
definition.
at least
Got
me
his
and
whole
Soul
birthday
know
up
how
in
to
his
do it
name.
right with a good pun.
That
How's
one
this
lets you
guy
guys are
not been
amateurs.
hacked before?
Steph is gonna win.
Amateurs.
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 Oh, also,
So before,
hang
no,
on.
no,
Yeah.
don't hang on.
No, no.
You're sitting that cat poster.
Yo, I was
Can
about
we
to
just talk
No.
about?
Yo, I
Can
was
we
about
talk
to
about
just say
one
about the
thing?
Kushida thing.
Oh, hold up. Can we talk about one thing during that
Do you remember
match?
about the
What thing
there?
What thing?
Table
What
did
thing
not
during that
Okay,
match?
kill
What?
it.
Kushida.
What broke?
The
Sure, kill it.
table
Kushida.
did not break.
What table didn't break?
Adam Cole
Adam Cole.
and your boy Johnny Gargano. Johnny number 5.
Oh, I saw.
No
that
disassemble.
table spot.
No, this is simple. The table.
No, you know what
Yeah.
should have happened? Can
Yeah,
I
what are
say
they
one
saving
more
it
thing?
for?
You know what?
WrestleMania.
Go ahead, say it.
Saving it for WrestleMania.
I don't even know. I don't even remember. Like, I just lost it at best.
You lost
He
it.
lost his train of thought.
So before we move on to WrestleMania predictions, let's cover one little small thing that might have happened at the Hall of Fame.
Might? You mean happened?
Yeah, so, White Rastafarian attacked Bret Hart during his Hall of Fame
what?
speech.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I always thought Rastas were peaceful, but apparently not. This guy must have got a hold of some of that sherm.
It was just a...
He was on the
Overexcited.
DMT.
It was over peaceful, yeah. So Bret Hart gets tackled.
He's OD'd on peace.
He was on a DMT trip, guys. That's all it was.
Too much peace is bad for you. You gotta be bad every now and then.
He got tackled by the Rastafarian dude, and then Rastafarian dude, first dude that was on him was Travis Brown. That's one thing that I noticed. Like, you know, a lot of people have been saying he might come to WWE, and one thing that I can say...
That's why I feel like it might be a work.
Well, no, I don't. It's 100% not, because you saw the Dash Wilder thing. It's not a work. This is not a work. But
I said might, okay?
Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
because I already watched it from the beginning, and
I'm gonna lose the point I'm trying to make. The point is that they've been making some allures to, you know, Travis Brown maybe being interested in a career with the WWE at some point. And, you know, they've involved him in some stuff like that. I got you. That's why you said might. But one thing that really impressed me was, like, I was like, holy shit, this dude is, like, legitimate a beast. Because he was, like, in there. Like, the dude had barely put a hand on Bret Hart. And Travis Brown was in there, like, within, like, less than 1.5 seconds. Hug, tackle, tomato, whatever. My point is that the dude was, like, faster than everybody else as far as, like, reaction time and, like, getting across that ring. And, like, he started grounding and pounding on that dude immediately. And I was like, okay.
He would be fast in reaction time.
No, because these guys...
MMA fighter.
He's a UFC fighter. That's all about reaction time.
Trained to be faster in reaction time.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. To react like that, and I think
PTSD
that. Well, no, I think that he'll.
What's your tackle?
I think he'll do really well if he transitions. I think he's probably got. He'll probably need to get a bit of a personality. But
Yeah, okay.
I think he's got all. I think he's got all the other tools.
Yeah, he's gonna have all the personality of Ronda Rousey. That's what he's gonna have.
Oh, you want to know where all his
I think he's got more tools than Ronda Rousey as far as in ring.
Yeah, can we actually just talk about Dash Wilder for a second?
Because he attacked some random guy.
Fucking A.
At the Hall of Fame.
Punched him right in the mouth. And it was like, no, yeah. Let me just walk straight off.
Yeah, that was my. This was his like his. This was the WWE. No, this was the WWE version of his NFL Combine. I just saw his like 40 speed. I saw his press. You know, I saw his. You know, all that stuff. You know, in those little moments. You know, I was like, he ran across the ring in this 0.01 second, and he was on him. You know, I got to do all those judgments. It was my scouting report is fleshed out. This dude's legit.
How do you know that he didn't just happen to notice the guy making his way to the ring ahead of time and premeditated to defend Bret Hart?
What is he, a freaking bodyguard agent now? He's scouting everybody.
I mean, maybe he just happened to be looking in that direction and seen the guy making a move for the ring. He's like, "Oh shit, this dude's about to hop in the ring."
Okay, well let's move on from that. Let's go on to one thing that me and Soul were talking about. I don't think Street heard.
The president shit.
Street, do you think? Me and Soul both think that Dash Wilder will probably get in trouble. Do you think so?
Nah.
Why?
Because the dude was already in custody, and Dash Wilder walks up and sneaks him. Oh. Like they were literally.
Because what he did was illegal.
I would love.
It's not
I'm glad that Dash did it. It was awesome. The dude deserved every bit of it. But if you were a cop and you saw that, you would be like, you just broke the law. I have to arrest you, even if I like what you did. You just broke the law. And the problem is that it's out there now. It's on video, and people are like putting it out there, and it's going to go viral, and somebody's going to see it and be like, this guy just assaulted a man who was in custody.
Well, he deserved it anyway, so it's like...
That's besides the point. I agree. I agree. Somebody should give Dash a fucking medal. I agree. But Dash made a fan of me. I now like the Revival a lot more than I did before today.
I guess they really stand up to their name of going hard. And
Dash Wilder stood up for what he really loves, and that's wrestling and Bret Hart. He was really... I chalk it up to emotions, you know, like how when in some states you could kill somebody if it was a crime of passion and get away with it. I think it was a crime of passion.
I agree. Imagine someone you looked up to as a child, and
I hope he doesn't face repercussions. But I think he will.
I think he'll just get
attacked.
A suspension from the WWE, and they'll probably work something out there.
I think it'll probably just be I think it'll be like a fine, and
I hope it just goes. I hope nobody even notices it. That, you know how, like, you know, when they just sweep it under the rug. Oh, I mean, they'll notice it, but nobody points it out. You know, like, you know, makes a movement out of it. And this is the problem. This is that culture that we live in, where everybody's calling everybody on everything. If you slip up, they're like, oh, you fucked up. You did it. You fucked up. Back in 1980, you sent a tweet.
Back to gone now.
It was a telegram, but it was less than 140 characters.
This day and age, people do call people up for their, you know, past stuff, like,
or even anything you do in the moment.
Anybody that goes
you know?
viral, or anybody that's, you know, like in the media or is famous or something for a particular reason, somebody or someone is just gonna be there and just to bring up the old stupid shit that they did,
or waiting for you to fuck up again.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, and I like I said, Dash Wilder, my heart goes out to him. I hope he doesn't face any repercussions, but that's damning footage. Like, they were walking a man out, and then they were dragging a man out. He slumped him.
Yeah. He couldn't even get back to his feet.
He knocked him out. I mean, he was walking out of the arena, and then he was being carried out of the arena. There was night and day. It's like, no, you're done. So, I mean, yeah, true. Dash Wilder is a hero in a lot of people's eyes, and hopefully it's just a slap on the wrist because of that. And everybody else is probably in agreement, you know. All the tweets were like, yeah, you know, so give this man a raise and all that stuff. But I'm cringing at the same time because I'm like, you guys don't know how the world works, do you? So I'm a little bit worried, but same time, I hope it blows over. And Hall of Fame was pretty awesome. The DX was especially good. And you know,
the DX part, I'm
okay, I won't spoil it. Yeah, I won't spoil it then. So we won't cover that, but definitely if you don't normally watch the Hall of Fames like Streetkilln, you think they're just a bunch of old guys talking and that it's boring. Well, this one was far from boring.
There was some
only because one unfortunately.
Well, there was that, and everything else. I'll grant it to you. I mean, it's just it really is just old people talking, but they tell stories.
I just threw it on when I got home from work today, and I was just doing some cleaning and heating up something to eat and chilling on the video game and stuff. I just had it playing. I
was too.
I love to just sit there and listen to their stories of how they.
I literally played some Fortnite while I was watching it, except for when the people that I really wanted to pay attention to.
It makes you. I feel like watching the Hall of Fame makes you much more of a fan of wrestling. Oh, yeah, it makes you feel like you have like more of a personal connection to the superstars.
I agree. I watched it a lot more like you did. I watched it while I was playing a game, except for when, you know, somebody that I was really Like when Honky Tonk Man and Tori Wilson and all of them were getting inducted, I was playing Fortnite, but I was still actively kind of listening to the stories and watching, and they were really good stories. I like inspirational stuff, you know, every once in a while. I don't like that. I don't like the overdose.
Was really good.
It takes a big effect.
My only problem with Bret Hart's speech itself was that, like, every other word was like a quote.
Yeah.
And it's like half original and half like quotes. He's like, I'm just gonna fill it in with all these inspirational quotes.
Oh.
And you could tell that he was reading off a teleprompter and that he's not a good public speaker. But I could tell where the heart in it was, and that he got back out there after all that shit and finished, you know.
Yeah,
and
I mean, he told stories as well. It wasn't just quotes, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, there at the end. The end was
like
20 quotes.
In a row.
He's like,
back to back.
Don't count your eggs before they hatch, and don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, it's like over
the path to success
over and over, like
a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, what are you doing, Brett?
Like he wouldn't stop him, like,
it was
the story he told about driving in the car in New York and all that was good with King Kong Bundy.
So good.
But I would have to say,
Street, what are you doing in the background?
Had to pay attention when
so good.
Harlem Heat's induction was really good. I was glad to see Harlem Heat. Like Booker, like you knew he was. He did half the talking, or more than half the talking. He did like 3/4 of the talking, and Stevie Ray was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. So
I forgot that one was coming.
Yeah, you got Booker and Stevie Ray. Those were the only ones
DX.
that I was really interested in. Yeah, and then DX, and it was DX's was epic.
Was all of them there?
All of them, even Billy Gunn. And they
even Billy.
They brought it up. They brought it up.
Like
Don't shut up, Ben.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Good God.
No.
Yeah, they brought it up.
No, I'm just saying something like
so
there
yeah.
may have been some like shots fired.
Ben, let Sheep talk.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there was shots fired.
Yeah, so they said some stuff about stuff, and obviously the China moment was really good. It was a really well done piece, and everybody got to have their turn more than once. A great Hall of
My phone's
Fame.
listening to me again. Blue thing popped up.
Don't you love that?
Go.
Alright,
Huh?
so now that we're done with Hall of Fame stuff and the Bret Hart attack, or over love, whatever you want to call it. Let's move on to some predictions for WrestleMania.
Bret Hart.
Okay.
No, Ben, I got this. Can
we just talk about one thing?
Let's go by my list.
A little bit of enlightenment here after the Bret Hart attack.
Bret Hart attack. The heart attack. The heart attack.
Space attack.
I just got that.
Yeah. You just got that.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about before
God,
that?
now my computer's going slow. I'm sorry, my computer's
Ben
now going
knows
slow.
the GS1. G1.
Oh, yes.
They
What
did it.
happened
They
there?
did it during the Hall of Fame.
No.
Basically, it was like
Yeah.
right after. Basically.
Oh, I
of
guess
what
that's
happened.
kind of a good time. They're like, you
What?
guys just got all into wrestling. How about you watch ours? The G1.
Yeah,
I guess
so-
that's some other promotion that I've never heard of.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
Other promotion.
Really?
What the hell is the G1?
See?
G1 Supercard. It's
Where are all these promotions coming from?
It's not a promotion.
Oh,
Well,
guys,
it's-
I do have
It's a
some
pay-per-view?
Japan sad news.
Oh, neutral.
Yes,
Oh,
that
okay,
is.
yeah.
It's
New Japan.
you know, a paper.
I know.
thing.
I know what that is.
It's when
It has some
New
little bit of-
Japan
That's the
and
name of their
Ring of
show.
Honor combine matches.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, that happened,
Enzo
and it was
there,
probably. Did he wrestle?
And Big Cass, they supposedly invaded.
They're teaming up again.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Wait.
guess so.
Okay, I'm watching New
Wait.
Japan, I guess.
They're
kidding.
The real one is back.
They're
I
like,
told you that.
like they're allowed to be there type, like they're wrestling.
Well, they supposedly invaded, air quotes.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, so it's like an official thing. It wasn't like the
Yeah.
WWE thing where Enzo snuck in. Like it's a.
yeah.
So they're
It
back
was,
together.
It was a
That's
work.
cool.
It's a work
Yo,
for
so-
something.
It all
Enzo
came full
and Big
circle.
Cass actually invaded. Big Cass as well.
What?
quotes.
I hadn't heard
Air
that before.
quotes.
They did what, Ben?
No. Yeah, I meant like Big Cass and Enzo Amore invaded
No.
the G1 special.
Streetkilln didn't
well,
just
the
say
G1
that.
Yeah, the
Supercard.
G1 Supercard.
I can't believe it.
Sorry.
I'm just hearing this for the first time, Ben. Thank you.
So no problem, man.
That's just
But,
what I said,
um,
man. They
so weird.
attacked those fucking Mexicano people.
Hey.
The
Hey.
Whoa,
Briscoes, the,
Hey.
the
Whoa.
brothers.
PC police here.
Oh, guess.
You're gonna have to
oh, guess
rein
what
it
I
in,
have
buddy.
also,
I know you're from Boston, but
Supposedly,
dial it back
I feel
there.
like it's a work. I feel like it's a work for
Really?
AEW.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Double
a
or
work.
nothing match between these two guys.
Enzo and
The
Cass.
Did you just call the Briscoes Mexican?
I think you said
I mean,
Like the
they kind of
whitest
look
tag
it.
team I've ever
They
seen in my
kind of
life.
look it.
They're like some dudes that
Sometimes
went down
the
the street
attire they
and
Not
wear,
Mexican.
sometimes the stuff they wear, they look Mexican.
They like
Okay,
work on cars for like $50 a
They are
pop.
Come
not
on,
fucking
bro.
Mexican, eh?
What are you
They're
talking
not
about?
fucking Mexican. God, man, they're not Mexican.
Sometimes
Tori
they look. I could
Wilson's-
pull up pictures where they look like they're fucking Latinos.
Also,
Okay.
Tori Wilson's father passed away.
Not
Also,
in any shape
yeah,
or
during the
form.
Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, during
okay,
the Hall
buddy.
of Fame.
With the bandana and the fucking, those pants and the
Alright,
freaking,
let's not get deep
looking like a
into
freaking
this.
cholo. Come on, they wear attire.
And
Alright,
no,
well, that's
Ben, not
fine.
during the. Tori Wilson's father didn't die during the Hall of Fame. He died 2 days before.
Told you. Well, I
Told
said it,
ya.
okay.
No, you didn't. What's wrong with
Well,
these guys?
What is wrong with you?
Add to it. Yeah,
Told
then
ya.
you actually
The
got-
whale.
Oh, yeah,
All
she
right,
did die.
so
Yeah, he did
let's
die
go
during
on to the WrestleMania predictions. Let's start with the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, which I will throw one spoiler out there for the DX thing. Xbox suggested the China Women's Battle Royal, Memorial Women's Battle Royal. You know,
Sounds
you've
like
got
a
the
good
Andre
idea.
the Giant Men's Memorial Battle Royal. Why can't you have the China Women's Battle Royal Memorial? Whatever.
Yeah,
So, the Women's Battle Royal. What are you guys' predictions?
let me pop this up.
Oh.
I
You
was
should just have a
about to
name,
say
and you should just have
Austin
say a name.
What are you gonna Google?
No,
top
because I need to know who's in it.
predictions
I'm not gonna say a name.
Go with your heart, man.
and-
Go with
Woman
your
that's
heart.
not in the main
know what?
event.
You know who I'm actually gonna
The
go
top
with?
favorite, the top favorite is Asuka. Obviously, there's Asuka.
Yeah, I don't want to say Mandy Rose because I know she ain't gonna win.
Asuka, Mandy,
Okay,
Naomi, the
so-
Riot Squad.
Zelina Vega, Sonya, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, Naomi, Mickey James.
I'm going for
Mandy
Nikki
Rose,
Cross.
Ravon,
I'm
Lana,
going for Nikki
Dana
Cross.
Brooke,
in this.
Carmella, and Asuka. I'm gonna go for Asuka. This is
I'm
the
going for
only
Nikki
way they
Cross.
could basically redeem the screw over that they gave Asuka.
Oh. Yeah, do you think that's actually gonna happen? No.
I mean,
I think
this
Nikki
will
Cross,
kind of be like, hey, sorry we had to take the title away from you just so we can spice up the main event for WrestleMania because we already know WrestleMania card is shit. So
Or-
you can take this.
I see. Hold on. I see Asuka as. I agree with you.
Hold on.
That's a good.
Hold
That's a really good point.
Exactly.
Great point.
But I'm gonna-
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Finally, Street says something that makes sense. Thank you.
Oh,
I knew you'd
finally?
do it.
Okay, buddy.
Appreciate
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Appreciate it. But I'm gonna go even further than that, and I'm gonna go with a. I like to have kind of crazy out there predictions.
China.
You know what I mean? See
One-
if I can
one
see
me
if,
up.
see if it'll come true, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I told you. Even though I was wrong
Can we
about
just
16 out
pause
of
for a
17
minute?
predictions.
Just
I'm
pause
gonna
for a minute.
blow.
Every time
I'm gonna boast and
Soul
brag
has a
about
crazy
one-
prediction and
I'm
goes
totally
over the
wrong.
limb, it never
It's-
happens.
It never happens.
Soul's
But
like,
one of these
I really
times
feel
it's
this,
gonna
guys. This
happen. One of
crazy
these
shit is gonna
times-
happen.
It's gonna happen one of these times, and then I'm finally gonna feel good about myself. But anyways, I'm gonna go out on a limb here And I agree with the redeeming Asuka for losing the title and screwed over so close to the grandest stage of them all, yada yada. I get that, I agree with it, but I'm going to go even further than that. I'm going to say that the winner of this is going to be Dana Brooke. She's going to get redeemed for the ass whooping she took by Ronda Rousey, and this is going to be her huge moment.
I'm jumping on the Soul Train. I'm jumping on the Soul Train. Dana Brooke's my call now. Yep. I want to see that. I want to see that too.
That hard, huh?
I honestly want to see that.
I think it would be good. It'd be a good fan pop thing.
Asuka can deal with it. She's obviously used to it by now.
She's done it before.
Do you think that there might be some other people in this match that, well, WWE is like, keeping secret of?
I don't know. Is your mom in it?
Well, how many people were listed? So let me see. 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
far
5,
we've
6,
got
7,
Asuka,
8, 9,
Kamala,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people.
So 13.
So yeah, there's obviously gonna be what?
Do you guys think we're gonna get like a bunch of like celebrity appearances?
No, it's gonna be.
We're just gonna get what we got last year. A bunch of
NXT. No, a bunch of NXTs and some legends.
I mean legends is what I mean by celebrity.
Stacy Keibler, Tori, they were at the Hall of Fame. They're there around. The Riot Squad, all them people.
The Riot Squad's already
written. It's already wrote it. The Bella twins or something. Who knows?
No, one of them already.
But there's nobody that's really like, oh my god. There's not no shit. So did every one of them that appeared last year. There's nobody. No women's wrestler that I'd really would get excited to see return. Like an actual celebrity would be cool. Like if they brought Holly Holm or one of the other women that beat Ronda Rousey and she appeared, I'd be like, oh shit,
Street's not ready for another Rousey.
Oh god.
Anything's better than Ronda.
I'm not ready to see Ronda Rousey actually break somebody's arm because Holly Holm was there getting PTSD all over the place.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that would be interesting, but
Street keeps using this term PTSD. I don't think he knows what it means. I don't think that.
I just use it as a trigger word, like something that would trigger somebody.
I know.
You know how people say get triggered? Yeah. I used to say PTSD instead.
I was just gonna say I don't think that losing a one-on-one UFC fight is labeled as a traumatic event.
Well, she got beat down to shit.
But it's expected that, I may get my ass beat when I walk into this ring and fight this person. It's not necessarily traumatic. Traumatic would be like,
it's traumatic. It ended her UFC career.
Her husband got his brains blown out in the crowd right in front of her. That would be a traumatic event.
Okay, it's a little bit
That's
over
dramatic. I don't think that losing a UFC fight changes the course of her
everybody
life.
says triggered these days. So.
She got fucked up. And going from like on a high horse.
Traumatic.
I think it did change her mentally as a person. Going from that high horse, you're considered literally the baddest woman on the planet, to a woman just owning you and making you look like you were never any of that. People said that she shut down. Like after the first fight, she refused to like speak to the press, and like she withdrew and went to like a recluse. And she did that after the second fight too. And then she came to WWE, and a lot of people criticized her for it because of the way she handled Amanda Nunes.
I guess you're right. I'll retract my statement. I agree.
I'm not saying it's not to the extremes that Street. Let's say, I don't think that she's gonna get PTSD in the ring and snap somebody's arm off. That's not how PTSD works. For one, if anything, she would have a breakdown and fucking just huddle up in the corner like in fear and in a ball crying. I don't think she would just go crazy and hurt someone. That's not really how PTSD works. They're usually inconsolable.
Some cases they do work that way.
Yeah.
That's a psychotic break. But yeah, I think Ben said his prediction was Nikki Cross. Street going with Asuka, the safe bet.
Yeah.
Me and Soul are going way out on a limb, and we're picking Dana Brooke. Okay.
I hope y'all not putting money down on this.
So next is what's called the Revival versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Where did this fucking match? Where did this match come from?
I think Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I think they actually challenged. Yeah, I think they actually challenged the Revival to this match, and then the Revival said, "Yeah, we'll think about it," and then it was made official. So it was like, yeah.
So they said they'll think about it, and then it was made official. So who made it official if they were still thinking about it?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
There's like if this was yesterday, I would have probably been leaning a lot harder towards the Revival.
You know,
but now I don't know what the fuck to think, because Dash Wilder might get in trouble for it. They might get rewarded for it.
I think they will.
Vince McMahon might say, "That was a hell of a punch, kid. You guys are gonna keep the title forever." Or he might say, "Oh, you fucked up now, kid. You guys are gonna have to drop those titles, and you're gonna be in trouble for a while."
So
it could go either way. I'm really, oh man, I could flip a coin on this. I'm gonna go with Zach and Kurt, just because I want to see Kurt Hawkins get his win finally, and it to be a WrestleMania match. That would be interesting, even though it's only a kickoff show match.
I feel like it's almost a situation where Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. It's not only just to see Kurt Hawkins get his first win. Zack Ryder deserves this moment as well. They both deserve this so much. And
if at WrestleMania they show clips of Dash Wilder punching that dude in the face, the Revival wins.
Yes.
No, but I'm just saying, especially in the state of professional wrestling that we're in right now, and with the threat of AEW knocking at the door, even more makes it that these two need to win this match. It's important, I think, for their careers, and I think they're both very deserving of it. I think this would be like a why. If a Revival wins, it's like why. It's just stupid. Like there's no emotional attachment or joys of seeing them win.
To the world.
It was just completely one-sided that Zack and Kurt need to win this match. 100%.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
In every way.
Because
it'd be a huge fail on WWE's part if the Revival wins this.
I don't know. I think, like I was saying, I think there could be a reward. Or there could be,
I
for...
don't see. But
yeah,
no.
I'm going to Paul.
I'm not taking the incident at Hall of Fame into consideration for my feelings towards this match. He sucker punched some guy. Yeah, it was cool to see. It was great, but it has nothing to do with the story that they want to show at WrestleMania. They're not going to just say,
Soul's making a point here.
Let's give the Revival the titles, even though we were going to give it to Zack and Kurt. He just sucker punched some helpless guy. So they deserve to keep it. That's stupid.
That's
like,
true.
Things
Well,
like that.
okay, well, this
ignorant.
helpless guy actually, he tackled Bret Hart down to the ground, so technically...
well, Bret Hart's a professional
the helpless guy
wrestler. He's okay.
Deserved it. Yeah,
He's okay.
He's okay.
Bret Hart also recently had a stroke.
Yeah, but he's okay. He's a professional wrestler.
He wrapped his arms around this guy. Okay, this guy being Bret Hart. He wrapped his arms around him and took him to the ground, and then he got beat out of him by like 3 or 4, or who knows how many people.
Well, it was Travis Brown, technically, and then just to add insult to injury, Dash Wilder comes from it.
And then the guy, in the gold pants that we have yet to
Gold pants guy,
beat the living
Tommy
shit out of
Dreamer.
him, too.
I'm saying it's Tommy Dreamer.
Gold pants? Are you talking
Hammer
about
fisted
that
the guy?
You're talking about the guy that won the WWE fucking 2K19 $1 million challenge? That was rigged?
That was totally rigged. Yeah, thank God we haven't actually talked about that on the fucking kickoff.
I'm just saying, this guy got the living shit beat out of him, and then Dash Wilder comes in with a sucker punch while he's being held down. so that deserves him to retain the tag team titles at WrestleMania. That's silly. It's a silly way of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, but
know.
so is holding court with the Undertaker being a judge in the back room, and then when you lose your case, you had to do like weird, stupid shit. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on backstage in their decision-making process and what calls Vince McMahon makes. It's all at the whim of one fucking weird, eccentric billionaire who has had his face shoved in Rikishi's ass for the sake of a storyline.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wouldn't be
even
fucking
Big Show is-
surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do make it a storyline too.
Yeah.
Brought this up or
Oh, I was
something
like-
for a story.
Even if
Yeah,
they're like,
well,
okay,
God, that's
they
actually
might,
good.
WWE is so
Maybe-
maniacal about this shit, they could pay that dude off to not press charges on Dash Wilder, and so that he could use the footage, and they could probably push that as a storyline, and Dash Wilder would be the fucking hero of WWE just because he sucker punched the weird fan who attacked Bret Hart. First of all, the fan has everything going against him. He's a white dude with dreads and a Rasta hat. Like, you are the worst kind of cliche for idiot there has ever been. That's just corny
Why?
as
Because
fuck.
he's wearing a Rasta hat?
White dudes should
Racist.
never be like trying to look like a Rasta. White dudes do not
Yeah.
need ever to have dreads unless you're like Bray Wyatt. Those are like cool
Isn't
dreads.
the Rasta hat he's wearing the old fucking Kofi Kingston hat thing?
Oh, maybe he was like a Kofi fan and it was a wig.
That's what I thought it was. I thought that was like the old Kofi Kingston thing. When Kofi Kingston was like, you know.
Then maybe I'm going a little bit too far in my assessment of this dude. Either way, he's still a prick.
Quite possibly.
I don't think you. I don't. I
maybe-
didn't. I thought it was more of a.
I was like
prop
that-
thing, like.
The
White
guy-
dudes,
the
white
guy
dudes who
just
are Rastas are like
Rasta
ICP
guy.
fans. They're like
But no, I
juggalos.
understand
White
what you're
Rastas
talking
are
about.
juggalos to
I
me.
No,
understand
know
what you're
you
talking
mean.
about.
I know what you
I
mean.
understand what you're talking about, but
Maybe
I'm
this
pretty
guy
sure
was just,
since
maybe
it's
he was just a
wrestling
big Bret Hart
related.
fan, and he just wanted
I get it. I get it.
a moment.
I'll
and
back
they
off.
Maybe they just tripped and fell to the ground.
But this
He was
also
just trying to-
this also goes into the cliche thing about white people and how they're always fucking crazy. White people do
We're not
crazy
gonna,
shit.
we're
Okay?
not gonna go there. Whoa.
Okay.
White people do
Whoa.
crazy shit. Okay?
Whoa.
Okay.
We're known
Alright,
for
that's
that.
enough.
We're known for that.
Street,
Come
you've
on,
just
man.
gone
Look at
just like
history.
that. Yeah, like
Street,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know
a little
you're-
bit too far
you're
on that one, don't
Portuguese,
worry
you
about
don't
that.
count.
Throw that one out the door.
Huh?
Yeah,
You're
Of course.
Portuguese and Bostonian. You don't
Just kidding,
count.
Oh,
That doesn't count,
I do
Street.
count because I'm half
You
Estonian,
can't-
boy.
You can't say
Okay,
you
okay.
don't count.
Street. Ow.
I do count. I didn't know that I don't count.
You're right. I can't.
Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on. This is getting way
Yeah,
over
Yeah,
here.
please.
What is
Usos versus The Bar versus Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
Usos retain.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
to
going
say
with
the
that.
Usos.
I'm gonna be the odd man out. I'm saying
Yeah,
Black
if-
and Ricochet.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wait, I forgot.
I'll
Why
do
are
that.
they even in the SmackDown one?
I mean,
Originally they were in the... Oh, because they changed the Raw match. Okay. You really think
Yeah,
Alistair
they-
and...
yeah,
you
changed
think they're
it.
going to beat...
Just because they lost last night on NXT. They're not gonna
Oh,
lose two
yeah, that's
title
true, that's
matches
true.
back to back. That's bullshit.
That's true.
And they've
Yeah.
ran over everybody. It's gonna be
That's
amazing.
true.
It's gonna-
I'm going with Sheep here. Sheep has a
But
point.
they haven't...
They're not going
but
to make
hold
them
on.
lose twice. They're not going to make
Hold
them
on.
lose twice.
Hold on. They haven't beat the Usos yet. And...
They don't have to. They don't have to.
No, I don't think they're going to make them lose twice.
All they've got to do is pin Shinsuke, pin
Yeah, they don't have to
Cesaro.
pin the Usos. Because then the Usos could just bring up that point like, oh, you know, you didn't pin us, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I see this going one of two ways.
But
Uh-oh.
you gotta make a
Either-
pick. You gotta make a pick.
Yeah, you have to go one way or the other.
Gun to your head.
Which
If
road
I
are you
have-
going to pick?
if-
Hurry up.
If I had to pick, I'd say Usos.
All right, that's your
But-
pick.
What's your reasoning?
But my reasoning for Usos to win would be to carry out a face-driven rivalry with Alistair and Ricochet. Maybe not a rivalry, so to speak, but we think you guys deserve a shot at us, 2-on-2.
Why can't it be a respect-driven rivalry just like the one we just saw?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I just said.
It would still be that way if either way. If the Usos won, they could still have that same respect rivalry because I think it's going to be mostly...
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to be the highlights of the whole show is going to be the Usos. And, I mean, Shinsuke and Rusev aren't very good as a tag team to me.
That's
the bar.
exactly what I'm saying, but I feel like
I swear if the bar.
I feel like if Alistair
More
and Ricochet
than
win the
me.
titles, I feel like it would have to mean a heel turn for the Usos for the rivalry to be.
Yeah, but I don't really want to see them have a heel turn again. Usos.
I feel like the Usos need to retain so they can lead a respect rivalry between the two teams. And I mean, do you give Alistair and Ricochet a huge WrestleMania moment this early on in their career?
Fuck yes.
I want to see why. It's better to put with we talked about the threat.
Push those guys to the moon.
would,
The problem with WWE is they don't pull the trigger often enough.
I agree completely.
Push them to the fucking moon.
I think they should as well, definitely. But
have them win those titles and then have them go sneak attack Brock Lesnar. And go for his.
I'm just speaking from history, and we know how the WWE is, and they don't do what they should do, and then we're left saying, well, they should have done this 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the case.
Opportunity when he deserved it.
But I'm going with Alistair and Ricochet. Soul's going with Usos. Street's going with Alistair and Ricochet. Ben, did you change your mind, or are you still going with Usos?
I'm still going with the Usos, but okay, here's like a little bit of a problem I could see. Well, my guess is going to go with the Usos, but I've just got that funny feeling that the bar is probably going to win. I've just got the stupid funny feeling that
I think it's time for the
win.
bar to move on, honestly.
Yeah, they need to be done.
They're done.
If it's not Alistair and Ricochet or the Usos.
Okay, here's my question. Okay, the bar needs to be done, but if they both retired right now, would either one of them make it in the Hall of Fame?
I see.
Yeah, definitely.
I do see. They have many accomplishments.
No,
Sheamus before Cesaro.
Accomplished everything.
Sheamus has had a lot of
much more better.
Yeah.
Well, Cesaro can actually...
That's not the point, Ben. It's the point in WWE is accomplishments and the time you've been there, and that's the fucking point.
Exactly.
You just released
Bruce the Barber Beefcake just got inducted. He's not exactly young.
You just released him, I don't care. Because no one will.
Cesaro joined in like 2012, man.
That's my question. Is like,
it's not that long
I'm tired of them, but I feel like if either one of them were to want a Hall of Fame worthy career, maybe Cesaro might need to stick around a little bit longer, and Sheamus might be waiting a while before he gets his. He's not going to be at the top of any list. He's going to be fucking 70 or 80 before he gets in.
There's not much going on with Cesaro to put him higher than Sheamus. I mean,
there's no accomplishments. Yeah, I think he won the Intercontinental.
And no, United States one time.
Oh, did you look it up?
He won the Andre Memorial thing one time. I mean,
the first one,
didn't he?
There's not much really that stands as a solo act for him. I think he needs to be pushed more as a solo act. And
that's the problem, is that all these young guys are coming in there. I don't think Cesaro's going to make it. I think Sheamus might, because he won World Gold. I think he's pretty much won it all. But
Yeah, Sheamus did pretty good.
But I don't. He might not have done well. I mean, world champions, I guess, usually make it.
He's been United States champion like what, 2 or 3 times. He's been world champion 2 or 3 times. He's been
and he was in some movies. Yeah, he was in some movies. He's gonna make it. He's in that commercial with the rubber
he's
ball.
Won Money in the Bank. He won King of the Ring. He's won many things.
Yep. Sheamus will make it.
Sheamus
Cesaro's
definitely would
not.
make it in the Hall of Fame. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So let's move on to.
We're even talking about it.
It crossed my mind. I wondered. Let's move on to the next match, and that's the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. It's got the Boss and Hug Connection, the Divas of Doom.
I'm going with the Iconics.
Hold on.
Do we have to
Natalia
talk much
and
about
Beth
this
Phoenix
match?
are calling themselves the Divas of Doom.
Yeah, it sounds stupid.
The Iconics and Nia Jax
Can we
and
just skip
Tamina.
this?
Well, we have to make a prediction. And
who's calling themselves that?
Natalia and Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix and Natalia.
Why? It's not even relatable to either one of them.
I don't know. Why should we even talk about why they're calling themselves that? Okay.
I'm saying the Iconics, actually.
I'm gonna go with the fucking Divas of Doom only because nostalgia bullshit.
There's no better moment for the worst team to
I'm
win.
Just handing it straight to Beth Phoenix.
She's only there
no
for
nostalgia
WrestleMania. I
behind
don't think
that.
she's gonna continue to wrestle after.
No, but they'll have her win for just that reasoning.
Here's my thing. The Iconics are the worst wrestlers with the best characters. And then this is the best time. This is the best time for them to be able to win and it be believable. Because there's all this chaos and anything can happen and they could sneak their moment in and then they win and their WrestleMania moment is iconic. And I really do enjoy them as characters. They're annoying as fuck, but they're pretty cringe funny, and I enjoy both of them. I think that they need some work in ring, but as far as characters go, they're probably at the top of the food chain in WWE. They're not, the man or the queen or. But they're definitely better than Ronda Rousey, and she's way up there. They're better than Mandy Rose. They're better than Ruby Riott. They're better than any of the other women that they're facing. I actually think that they're better characters than Sasha and Bayley. Even with all the work that's been put into Sasha and Bayley seems like a bland, backstabby.
This is for the title, right?
Yes, it's for the title.
No, they're not gonna win.
I think they're gonna win.
Wow.
I think this is the time. This is the time. Well, he's
it's
entitled
that
to his
moment.
opinion, man. You don't have to be mad at him for not liking
Just
your
give him a frickin' minute.
your pick
I
because
just
he
don't
doesn't
see it.
like the
For me,
Australians.
I just don't see it. So.
You don't like
Wow.
Aussies.
Okay. Yep.
I see.
You know what? Yeah.
No. I'm gonna use Ben's word here. No.
You just said he doesn't be mad at him, and then you try to.
Okay. It's either gonna be Natalia, Beth Phoenix, or it's gonna be Nia Jax and Tamina. Okay. Here's what I see. Listen to this. Listen to this real quick. If Beth Phoenix and Natalia win, and Beth Phoenix, like you said, is not gonna be there she's not gonna have a contract. I can see Nia Jax and Tamina winning it from Natalia and Beth Phoenix. Story-wise, okay? Story-wise.
I could see Nia pinning Beth Phoenix to prove that I am the Amazon, the big woman around here.
Okay, buddy.
I can see the Iconics winning it and defending it against Natty and Beth Phoenix, and then defending it somehow, maybe by count out or something against Nia and Tamina, and then losing it back to and then losing it back to Sasha and Bayley.
I don't think it's gonna be that many title changes.
Well, I mean that's my speculation. My prediction is the Iconics. I know Ben's is the Iconics. We didn't even have to ask. Yours is.
Let's move on.
What Souls?
Wow.
Honestly,
no, I'm blocking everyone who actually says anything negative about the Iconics. I'm gonna block them on Twitter. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what it took me out. That's what it took me out.
Oh, man. Harsh.
I'm going. I really like Sheep's theory. I do. Well, I'm going Sasha Bailey retains. I'm going Sasha Bailey probably gonna have the titles for like 800 days.
No,
You're probably right.
Moves with that title.
Making money moves. Making money moves.
Can we back up a little bit before we get on to the next? Since we're still on the tag team stuff, can we back up a little bit for the SmackDown and Raw
You changed
Tag
your
Team
mind?
Championship stuff? You guys heard about the new tag team titles that's gonna be coming to
Did
WWE?
you just? Oh wait, are there like those new
There's gonna be
undisputed
a new
tag titles?
redesigned Raw tag team titles, and there's gonna be modifications to the SmackDown title.
Do they have
Well,
lasers?
they might even like show them.
They're
honestly
speculating
thought they
they
were
might
gonna-
show it off at WrestleMania. So
Yes.
if they do show it off at WrestleMania, that means there's got to be guaranteed new winners.
Oh, I also will
So-
say this, guys. I have actually just seen the set
Yeah.
for
Why's
WrestleMania.
that
I just sent
guaranteed?
it into Discord.
Because how are they gonna show off new titles unless they do it on Raw and SmackDown? But they're saying they're gonna show it off on WrestleMania. Maybe, okay, they could possibly come in with the new titles, but that's not really a good way to show it off to get a good pop. But then, yeah, look how they did reveal the women's title. I mean, a good pop would be
before it happens. Right before the match.
wait.
Right before the match, they just have a promo or a thing.
Yeah.
Stephanie
Just come out without titles.
Stephanie McMahon sitting there with two titles underneath a black cloth, and she's like, "We have something special to show you guys. Brand new titles. You get a title. You get a title. Everybody gets a
we
title."
get a title.
So, yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. There's a million ways they could do
Yeah, I
it.
think-
You don't have to.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
think you
shut
guys,
down my freaking
Yeah,
theory.
I got you.
Go
I got
on,
you.
move on.
You're backing up for these theories. I gotta shut them down.
No.
No, so
Yo,
the
the
next match.
WrestleMania,
Next match is Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre singles match.
No, whoa, you're missing out on some
I'm
stuff.
I'm not missing. I'm going. I have a different list than you. That's the only thing. We're to go by my list. It's good.
You know
that way
what,
we
I'm
stay on
going by
track.
Your list.
That way we stay on track. We stay on track
Yeah,
if we
I'm
stay
going
on
with
one
Drew
list.
McIntyre.
We go bouncing around lists,
I'm
and then
going
we
with
got
Drew
all kind of
McIntyre.
problems because we on two different lists. And we're covering the same thing twice. Can't be
You just
doing
made a
that.
list.
I got a list, made it twice, checking twice. I know who's
All right, go ahead,
wrestling.
let's go,
Well,
go,
you
go.
All
did
right,
actually- well, you
Roman
did
Reigns,
do
Drew
singles
McIntyre.
match.
Who's your picks? Go.
Drew McIntyre.
Roman Reigns,
Drew McIntyre.
obviously, duh.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm going with Drew. I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
So 3
I
for
think
Roman, 1
that
for
is-
Drew. Why do you go for Drew, Ben? Explain.
Okay, because I think that this could actually now be Drew McIntyre's time. You know, well, he's taken out
What is
Dean
he gonna
Ambrose,
prove?
Seth Rollins, and now if he takes out Roman Reigns, yeah,
Street
yeah
sounds
that
so
could be
better.
a third member of the Shield. And also, well,
You think
also
that Drew
big spoiler
McIntyre is
alert,
much
well,
more
Dean
better?
Ambrose won't have actually been there next week, so
You think you're
But,
better?
You think
That's
you're
a-
thank you.
better?
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm going
ready?
with Drew McIntyre on this.
All right.
Drew McIntyre
He
on
going
this.
for Drew
So
McIntyre.
why are you guys going with Roman Reigns besides the fact that I don't know, he beat leukemia and they're trying to push
That's what I'm
that
going
all the
for.
way? They couldn't get Roman. They couldn't.
Okay, why would
They
Bro-
couldn't organically produce a push for Roman Reigns. So now that they've got it, you
bound
think
to
they're
happen.
going to let that go?
It's
Fuck
bound to
no.
happen. It's bound to happen.
He obviously
Yeah.
obviously beat leukemia, so he could beat anybody. Okay, you okay?
But okay, he even also said it before that.
Oh wait, I
well,
forgot.
Roman
Last
actually
week I
before,
said that yep, Luke Gallows
That
changed his
he
name
was-
to leukemia, and he's gonna come attack, and
Well,
that's gonna give Drew McIntyre the win.
Why does Luke
forgot.
Gallows have to be the guy that changes his
He's
name?
the
Just 'cause
first
he has
one-
an L in his name?
No, because his first name is Luke. Leukemia.
Oh my.
Show me another wrestler named Luke, and I'm good. I'll take him.
It's not leukemia though. It's leukemia.
Yeah, we got Luke
It's
Harper, we
leukemia.
got Luke
You
Gallows,
said-
we got-
It's,
Luke Gallows, Luke Harper. Come on.
okay.
Yeah.
Luke Harper's.
Think of Luke
guy from the
Harper, not forget
Bushwhackers.
Eric- Oh my god.
Luke Harper's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Luke Gallows
Bushwhackers.
too.
Let's move. Let's just not dwell on this.
All right, yeah. Bobby
Stop.
Lashley, Finn Balor, go.
Oh my god, this is a
Finn
very
Balor.
pointless match.
Demon
And
Finn Balor.
You know who? Yo, you know who's
Demon
gonna win.
Finn, yeah, Demon Finn.
It's already written. Yep.
We're all in
Balor.
agreement for once.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Demon Finn
What I don't
Balor. All
understand
right.
is
My problem
Finn
with
Balor
this,
already beat
Why
Bobby
the fuck are they
Lashley
bringing the
by
demon
as
back
Finn
for fucking
Balor.
Bobby Lashley?
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
the
I
fuck
don't
they
understand.
But he didn't beat.
Demon.
He didn't beat Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush as Finn Balor.
It's gonna be.
But
Leo
this
Rush
isn't-
wasn't
Bobby.
there.
This,
He didn't
this
have to
is
deal with the
against his Bobby
distraction.
Lashley.
But Leo Rush will be there on the match that he beat Bobby Lashley at. Leo Rush was gone.
Okay, no. So you're saying the story being told is that he needs to be demon to fight off the distraction of
Yes.
someone who's somehow physically smaller than him.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It would be like if he was fighting
But-
Andrade Cien Almas, and he just couldn't get past
Hang
Zelina
on.
Vega, always sneaking up and throwing a T-shirt in his face or doing something, weird,
Oh wait.
or hitting him with a Hurricane
Hang
Rana.
on.
But if he's demon, he just scare the fuck away, and then he goes and is Ben
Wait.
dead yet? I think he
No.
got electrocuted. No.
No,
Okay.
no, it's
Ben's
like
still alive.
No.
No,
hang on.
no.
Something is like freaking confusing me right now, right? So, Finn Balor brings back the demon to face Bobby Lashley, but why didn't Finn Balor, not bring the demon back to face fucking Lesnar at Royal Rumble? That's what I'm like so pissed off at now.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
Yo,
and then he
Finn
could
Balor
have won.
should've
He could have
freaking
won if
fought
he
the
was the
freaking-
demon, couldn't
the
he,
demon,
Ben? That's all he
the
needed.
demon.
He would have
He had
been
to
able
beat
to
Brock
be
Lesnar
stronger
at
and
fucking
faster
Royal
and
Rumble.
better
But the problem fucking
in
is,
real
right,
life. It would have made a difference in
but
storyline,
fucking
huh?
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, they
I'm
would have
sorry,
wrote
though,
it different,
Bobby
huh?
Lashley, you're getting fucking squashed. Sorry, mate, you're getting squashed.
So Demon
Sorry,
Finn,
it's,
everybody says.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
here's
same, mate.
this one ought to be interesting. Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe.
I don't think Rey Mysterio is even going to be part of
He
that.
is. He is. He said he was. He said he was
Yo, he
tonight
suffered
at the
an
Hall of
ankle
Fame.
injury.
But at the
He
Hall of
suffered an
Fame
ankle
tonight,
injury.
at the Hall of Fame tonight, they
I know,
interviewed him,
but
and he said he was going to
but he-
participate. He said he's going to be
Yeah,
there.
but he has suffered an
I
ankle
don't
injury.
know. This
He
is
suffered an
interesting.
ankle
Is
injury.
it? Are they finally gonna give Rey Mysterio a title run?
No, Samoa Joe's going to win because of the ankle injury. They're not going to keep it on Ray. He's probably got to deal with it. But Ray's going to compete, so it's going to be Samoa Joe. That's my pick.
Yeah. Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
Another one we're all in agreement on, Samoa Joe.
Yep, Rey. Oh. Okay.
When
Okay,
did,
let's-
when did Rey Mysterio sustain
Okay.
this ankle injury? Do you know?
On Raw against
Raw.
Baron Corbin. Happened.
Penalty.
Raw.
Real quick.
Yeah.
with the-
Against
Got it.
Baron Corbin.
Got the answers on rapid
It
fire.
happened during the match?
Yeah. So it was originally supposed to be Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. That match got cancelled, and then they actually replaced that match with Rey Mysterio versus Baron Corbin, and Rey Mysterio got injured during the match,
Oh,
and
I
then
bet
they gave
wish
Baron
they
Corbin
didn't
the
do
win.
that.
So yeah, it's kind of I don't fucking know, but
I don't fucking know.
yeah.
You're right, I don't fucking know.
Okay, I have a real quick. I want to go back and let's talk about how
I'm going Rey
potentially.
Mysterio. I'm gonna go against y'all. I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna say if he does have an ankle injury that prevents him from having a sustainable title run, they still give him the WrestleMania moment, and he'll just drop it on Tuesday.
Do you
Maybe
think
Just
Dominic
Mojo.
is actually going to get involved? That's also another
Possibly.
question.
Ray Mysterio's
Maybe that'll
son.
be
Yeah.
their scapegoat of him getting the win. Even though he's
My
hurt.
here's
Rey
my thing.
Mysterio's
That kid does not
oversized
look like a
son.
fucking wrestler. He looks like a big, oversized nerd.
Well, he has grown up.
He looks
he's a
kinda
kid
gay.
still.
He
he's
that's the thing. He might.
But that has nothing to do
That's
with
hateful
it.
of.
I'm just
That's
saying.
very
Yeah,
hateful of you,
it's
Street.
Hey, no. I don't care if he's gay, but I'm just saying I'm making.
You're bashing
you know,
him. You're like a school
I'm not
bully.
bashing
You're
him.
gay.
I'm not bashing.
This guy's gay.
Wow.
I have nothing.
match are we
Wrong,
up
I
to
have
now?
nothing against
Like-
gay people, alright? I'm just calling what I see.
I don't know. Like
Well,
10 minutes ago you were saying gay, derogatory. So I mean, what are your views on gay? You were just using it.
We have lots of proof. And
Lots of conflicting statements here.
We've been building a case on you, just in case we ever needed to kick you off YouTube.
Okay, so I want to go back real quick before we go way too far off. I want to go back real quick and talk about how potentially good any of these matches might be. And just real quick, we'll just give a potential what you think the grade is going to be for this match, and we'll just go back real quick and go through them real fast.
No, why? We didn't
Wait,
do all the
whoa,
predictions.
hang on. Yeah,
Okay, then we'll just start those from now. From now. So I'll
Let's
say
just
this
finish
one's
the predictions, bro.
yeah. Okay, fine.
No.
Who cares about a grade?
Finish the
Ben's
predictions
grading
at-
system is shit
yeah, then
anyways.
after.
Sure.
It's gonna either say A or F.
We didn't even finish the predictions.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we can add it
speed
to
through
it.
the predictions because I have to go soon.
Nah.
Y'all twisted.
All right, Andre the Giant Memorial
yeah,
Battle
we're-
Royal.
Okay.
EC3.
This one. I'm thinking Mustafa Ali's gonna win.
I
Actually,
think
no,
Mustafa
Listen to me, if Ali-
EC3.
If
I'm
if
calling
Ali
wrong.
wins, the battle royal, I won't watch the rest of the show. I will turn it off.
Whoa!
Why?
Hang on.
What
Wait.
reason?
Do you
Why
have a
would be
problem
a
against
reason?
Mustafa Ali?
Yes, I
What
do.
the fucking
Is it 'cause he's Muslim?
205 Live?
It's because he's Muslim,
You're
isn't
over
it?
here
So.
telling me that I'm bashing on gays and you're over here
Live.
talking about Muslims. Come on.
Come on, bro.
Where's your
Really?
problem, guys?
I didn't say
Mustafa
anything
Ali.
about his ethnicity.
Is it because he's a police officer?
Yes, you just did.
Is it?
You
Is it
said
because he's a
no,
police
it's not.
officer?
Mustafa Ali
You're
wins this
forcing
match.
this
You're
on me.
police
I didn't even
officer.
say it.
Yeah, you're not gonna fuck with WrestleMania.
We know you hate
That is
cops,
gonna be
so it's fine.
Yes, you know
Yeah,
exactly.
You ain't gotta take it out on Mustafa
Yeah,
Ali.
he
Fuck the
won
police.
WrestleMania. Yeah, it doesn't
Come
matter.
straight from the underground.
I didn't realize you guys were such a big Mustafa Ali fans. Holy shit.
I don't like Mustafa Ali either.
Is
He's not my
CM
pick.
Punk or what?
Yo, that
Can I
last match that he
explain?
actually had.
They're always
So like-
Yo,
blatant.
that last match that he actually had like last
Official
year at
guy
WrestleMania
so
was
has
fucking
something
good.
against authority.
Cedric versus Mustafa Ali, that was a fucking good match.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so,
wait,
like, you know,
what's your
yeah,
Mustafa
yeah.
Ali is Street and Soul, Street and Ben's pick. Soul, what's your pick?
No, I said Mustafa or fucking.
You only get one. Gun to your head.
Okay, then I'm going
You know
with
what? Hang on.
EC motherfucking 3.
EC3.
You know what?
Okay. Soul,
Yeah,
what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna like
Ben,
change my
Ben,
answer.
I-
Yeah, I'm gonna change my answer. I'm changing my answer.
I just feel as if Ali's introduction
It's Ali.
to the main brand was too pushed.
Look at Ali.
And I
Alley.
said Ali.
You said Ollie.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go Braun. I'm
Holy
going
poly,
Braun.
holy.
Alright, you guys just aren't gonna let me talk. Just-
All right, go.
Go.
I'm so sorry that I offended
Ugh.
this guy, okay? I'm sorry.
Dear friend, anybody you have something against
I
police?
should have never said anything.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even want to talk now, just go.
Go.
If he was in the Lion King and he was on Street in the Lion King, he would be on Mufasa Alley.
I got him.
He's just a Fortnite skin, so.
He is a Fortnite. There's
He is a
another
Fortnite
Fortnite skin.
Yo, he's
Okay,
like
so my
wait,
pick
what-
is a little bit out there. I know, but my pick is
that's
Computer making noise.
computer making noise. Yeah, my pick is Colin Jost.
Ooh. Okay.
Hang on.
No, I changed it.
Can I?
My pick is No Way Jose because his green hair is lit. No, I'm playing. It's
Yeah, I'm going with
shitty. That is the
Andrade.
worst hairdo I've ever seen in my life. I'm going back to Colin Jost.
Okay.
Alright.
You got Colin
Anyways.
Jost, two
Well, I-
EC3s, and
Let's stop
Ben's
Ali.
is Ali.
Yeah, I'm going with Andrade. You know what? Andrade's gonna
Mufasa Ali.
win.
You switching to Andrade now?
Mustafa Ali.
Mufasa.
Ben, where are you?
I just can I actually quickly say why I said what I said.
Real quick.
Yes, go ahead.
I just think that his push was too fast and too sudden and out of nowhere, and he was given so many opportunities week by week,
Okay.
like
Okay.
matches against AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, and pinning Daniel Bryan like 2 weeks in a row. Like why? Like who is this guy? He just came from 205 Live and got all this these huge victories, and like it's just so out of nowhere. Like
Because
why?
they had
Like,
plans
what's his
for
other
him
name?
just like they
Ricochet.
had plans for, what's his,
But to me, it's just like how we complain and get upset about how whenever we feel like a superstar, like okay, this is their moment, they need to win this. This is their time. This is perfect. The fans are behind it. They've earned it. And then that doesn't happen, and then we're like, upset about like why didn't it happen? That was stupid. It's the same difference to me whenever they get that opportunity too quickly and they haven't earned it. They don't deserve it yet. And they just throw them in your face, and like now they're the hottest thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like they wanted Mustafa to
that
be
way
their mini
about
Roman
him.
Reigns.
yes, that's how I feel about it.
I agree. It's like Soul refuses to accept what they want to shove down his throat. Like, no,
it's
screw
the
you
same
guys.
thing that they did with
Soul's a
Andrade
hipster
when he
wrestling
first
fan.
appeared.
I
When
think
Andrade-
I think that
appeared,
I
they
think
did the
he's
same
one of
thing.
the better in-ring performers in the company. Like he's top 20 at least. I'll give him that.
Oh, we will. Okay, we've
And-
also missed a couple matches. and we'll go
Andrade
for
Cien,
them
no,
after.
no,
I think he is great, and I just think he doesn't have any character to him, any charisma, and he needs time. Like, look
Yeah,
who
we
won last
dwelling on this
time.
for too long.
Last year, Matt Hardy won. You know what I mean?
Well, he
Yeah,
won
yeah,
just
yeah.
because of Bray
I feel
Wyatt.
ya.
That's
I
what he
feel
did.
ya.
Maybe Lars Sullivan
Well,
comes
all
back
he
and
won
wins.
was Bray Wyatt.
I know it could be Bray Wyatt too. Who knows? It could be somebody that comes back.
Maybe Lars Sullivan
It could
got
be
rid of
Bray
his
Wyatt.
panic
We're
attacks.
predicting by who's been
Yeah.
Announced,
on.
yeah.
All right, so
I get
moving
that.
on.
We did.
Oh, we made our predictions, didn't we? Yeah. Okay.
No. The dog
Yeah.
thing.
No, we haven't. Not even yet.
Yes, we did. You
Okay,
said
then-
Mustafa.
Alright,
You
move
said
on, move on,
Mustafa
move on.
Ali. Yeah, we're moving on. AJ Styles versus Randy
Yo, I
Orton.
changed it to Andrade. I think.
Okay, Andrade. Now we know.
This match.
Randy Orton, AJ
This
Styles.
match. You know who? I'm going with AJ.
This is a hard one.
I don't know.
From
saying
the
RKO.
stance where AJ is right now, I feel like they'll give Randy Orton the win just because how basically I'm not gonna say that AJ's been pushed down since he lost, but he hasn't been given the spotlight since he lost. He's really been just down there, just chilling. And I feel like they
Well,
did
one of the
that
other
for a
girls
reason.
can also-
Is so they could have, so it wouldn't be really that like crazy that if Randy Orton win and everybody's like, oh my god, AJ Styles lost again. Oh my god. You know what I mean?
I don't
It
think
wouldn't be
they'll. I don't
that
think
much
that.
of a
I don't think
shock.
it'll be a revolt. I think RKO will win. I think it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
for
just
for
saying,
one,
Randy
just to give him
Orton-
another notch in that, go from 16 to 17-time champion, just to be that much closer to the top of the food chain and to establish him as a. The more belts they add to him, the closer he gets to Ric Flair and John Cena, the more.
He's definitely gonna
The
be
more
up there.
the more credibility he has anytime they try to use him.
He's definitely already. He's definitely 100%, 100,000 billion% Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's been a Hall of Famer.
And the more you give
Like
him,
5 years
it's
ago.
not. It is diminishing returns, but there's still a return nonetheless. The closer you get to John Cena and Ric Flair in terms of level number of titles, the more it's seen as like that he's as good as John Cena, which he's never going to be the guy on the airplane running around on Good Morning America, talking to Katie Couric about WWE, but he's always going to be a lot of people's favorite wrestler.
He's the
Even
youngest champion too.
even new people who just come in can probably still like Randy Orton if they just started watching wrestling today. So Randy Orton's got something that almost no one else has, and that's just this ability
is true.
to stay, I hate to use the word, but relevant, and to keep himself, in that conversation. So I think Randy Orton, because AJ Styles, he's probably going to stick around. He's got time.
Yeah, that's
You know, so.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was
Go ahead.
saying that.
No, you're fine. I was pretty much
That's why I
done.
was saying that AJ Styles, was just chilling, and to have him like not have any like major roles in the WWE at the moment would just like demolish the fact of Randy just winning out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like if they put AJ back on top and had AJ in all this activity, fighting here and there, winning matches here and there, then it would just demolish the fact of, Randy Orton winning, and they'll be like, okay, what?
Diminish
AJ,
the fact, not demolish.
Yeah. Yeah. It would just be like, okay, well, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? It won't make AJ look bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, gotcha. So let's move on
Gotcha,
to the
Mike.
next match. Shane McMahon versus
Soul
The
have
Miz.
anything to say?
Who?
Just get me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
just skip
did.
Soul.
Ben got me all confused. He's always making noise, and I was just trying to hurry up. Go ahead, Sol.
Yeah,
I'll
Fine.
make
AJ
it quick
says,
because
like,
I'm gonna have to go
I know.
soon, so I'll make.
We're almost
try to
done.
make it quick. I'm going with Randy Orton on this one, and I'm still sticking to my theory that Randy Orton's gonna be the one to take the title from Brock Lesnar. That's my big crazy
yeah,
out there theory.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. That could be interesting, possibly.
I think Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar would be a huge draw, and it would be a big victory for Randy Orton in his career.
Especially after getting his head busted open, it'd be like revenge.
There's
I remember that.
many reasons why it would be.
Ben is over here. Brock Lesnar.
All we now know is Lesnar's not winning because he's going to go back to UFC.
We're not even talking about that match. Big.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying that
We haven't even got to that match.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
know.
Soul's pick
I
is
know.
Randy Orton, and he thinks that Randy Orton is going to eventually take Brock Lesnar's title off of him. So he knew he was going to get Ben triggered there. You know what you were doing. So.
Yes.
All right. Next match is the Falls Count Anywhere match
happening.
between Shane McMahon and The Miz.
No.
The man and the Miz.
Shane McMahon
The
versus
Miz.
The Miz. Soul, what's your pick?
Oh, the Miz.
The Miz. I think everybody's going to pick The Miz, right? Is anybody going for Shane McMahon?
No.
I'm saying the Miz.
No.
Okay, so we're all in agreement on The Miz, so we can go ahead and move on that because unless anybody has an idea of what Shane's jumping out of. You want to put down bets on what Shane's jumping
No, I
out
think
of
we
or
already
off of?
came up with 50 theories what
Yeah.
Shane's
Okay.
jumping out of in the
Okay.
past
I'll
10
listen to it,
podcasts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I am going to do it anymore.
I thought of a new
he's
one.
gonna-
I did think of a new one. Alien
You better
spaceship.
not steal mine.
Alien spaceship. He gets beamed down.
So you think he gets
He gets-
You went
abducted
even
and
further
everybody?
than me,
You
damn
think
it.
he gets
Damn it,
abducted
I
and
tried to-
everybody thinks where he's at? He's like,
I
where'd
tried
he
to
go?
outdo your
And he jumps out of the
helicopter
spaceship.
theory, but I was gonna say he was gonna jump out of like the fighter jet, the security jets that go overhead, and then you freaking went to space.
No, I just tried to go.
So,
I
you
went
should've
for the
let me talk
max.
first.
I went for the max.
Yo, have you guys actually seen the WrestleMania set right for this year's WrestleMania?
No, we'll save that for after we finish the predictions
you
because
think
Soul's
he
got to
went to the
go.
max? How about this? How about
We'll
this?
save it, Ben, because Soul's got to
Kind of
go.
bland. Sorry. Wow.
Shane's gonna do his regular coast to coast, break his neck, die, and then jump from heaven with an elbow drop.
Yeah, just like
Victory.
yeah,
How
just
about
like
that?
Raw.
Oh, I got one. He's gonna, you know how they do those jumps from the edge of space? He's gonna start one of those, but he's gonna break through a time barrier, and he's gonna interdimensionally travel from one dimension to another, and interdimensionally kick him from behind, underneath the coast, out of space time, and dimensions and
You
stuff.
said- oh my god, okay, yeah, you guys are just overthinking.
Yeah, it went crazy there. Let's move on. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. I think everybody's gonna say
Kurt Angle.
I'm gonna say that this match isn't even happening.
I am too, but I don't think it's gonna be John Cena or Undertaker.
It's John Cena.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm saying Cena. Yo,
It's John
because
Cena, bro.
everyone, well, when John Cena was like, doing like the whole induction. For,
We know what when John Cena did the induction,
Well,
everybody started saying face
I
Kurt
thought it was
Angle,
like
face
for-
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
We know. But
Kurt Angle, and I was like, oh yeah.
WWE is never like, you know. Well, I guess that is really what they want to see. So okay, it is going to be John Cena.
Smile on John Cena's face when they were doing that. It just kind of shows that it's
kind of hinted at it.
Okay, so I'll go with that too. So we'll say John Cena.
Like John Cena's like, damn, they're on to me, kind of smile.
So we're gonna say Kurt Angle wins against John Cena.
Yes.
Everybody in agreement there?
Angle win against John Cena.
All right, Triple H versus Batista.
Yeah, for his final match.
Batista.
I'm sorry to say this. I'm going with Triple H. I'm going with Triple H for this one.
I'm going with Batista, even though I know that Triple H is probably going to win.
No, I say Triple H as a CEO of the company bites the bullet on this one for a future appearance from Batista.
Yeah, you get more money that way.
I don't feel as if a guy who went out, made himself a celebrity, and finally came back, demanded, "Give me what I want," is
gonna be happy losing.
Contract knowing he was gonna lose. I don't think that's what.
Give me what I
Doesn't
want.
this kind of like feel like WrestleMania 29 again? When when Triple H had to put his career.
I don't remember
WrestleMania
WrestleMania 2030. I don't remember WrestleMania 31. I don't know.
Okay, so there was a match.
I think
WrestleMania 29.
Too much news, and he just repeats what he follows.
No,
some headlines like, "Oh, this feels like WrestleMania 29."
I watched
and
this.
Just like, "Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
this
I
feels
watched
like
the WrestleMania
29.
match. Yeah, I watched the WrestleMania 29 match. It was good.
No, you didn't.
But Triple H versus Lesnar, and now this match, in the same match. No
What's your pick, man?
Triple H's career on the line. Yeah, I'm going with my boy Triple H because this match, Triple H is gonna win.
What was
His career is
again?
on the line. I'm going with Batista just because that's what I want, but it's going to be Triple H. So I'm going with Batista.
I'm have the same reason as Sheep.
So
so
Streets
we're all
go.
Batista except Ben.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm saying with Triple H because it's
So
gonna happen.
here, Ben, this one's for you. Go ahead, Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese.
Okay, you know what? Yeah,
Don't dwell on this one. Oh my,
I know how.
We're almost done. We got.
I
Just say
know
Buddy
how
Murphy
good
and move
Buddy
on,
Murphy is
please.
and Tony Nese.
No one even knows who
Pick
Tony
one.
Nese is. It sounds
Say
like
a name.
somebody's uncle.
Yeah,
Say
I
it.
am gonna go with Buddy Murphy.
Don't give a shit.
Fuck you.
Say a name, Ben. Say a name. Say a name, Ben.
Tomorrow, bro.
So I will
don't care.
diss Brock Lesnar
Say a name,
as
Ben.
damn as hard as what he
Say a
can
name.
right
Say
Pick a name.
Ben.
Pick a name.
Tony Nese
now.
or
I'm
your
going with Buddy
boy.
Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
Okay, Street.
Alright. Bloody
Buddy
Murphy.
Murphy.
Okay, good.
Street says Buddy Murphy.
Let's go,
Soul.
man, huh?
Soul. Who do you pick?
Yeah,
Buddy
I will
Murphy's much
diss.
better.
You
No,
pick
I'm
Buddy.
going-
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
will
for
diss freaking
I'm going for
Lesnar so
Uncle
much
Tony.
on my next
I'm going for
Uncle Tony.
Oh, and also
Soul's going for
speaking of
Soul.
Yep.
Not Soul. Ben, stop talking.
Uncle Tony.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
my
Uncle
pick.
Tony.
My pick is I don't give a shit. Who cares? Let's move on. Next is the
I
singles.
didn't know
Yeah, no
I
one
could use
actually. Well, no one ever cares about Eric Rowan if you actually. know him.
Next is the
Whoa.
singles match that is cutting
Bro, just
straight to the
pointless
core of
anyway.
me. That's like
There you go.
You don't say that.
it's like
Alright,
soul
what's the
murder.
next match?
Well, you guys
Moving
wanna
on to
talk
Daniel
like,
Bryan
well,
versus
what's
Kofi Kingston singles match WWE
Kofi
champion.
Mania.
I'm saying Kofi. I'm saying
Daniel
Kofi.
Bryan.
I'm saying
Okay.
Kofi.
Oh.
I'm saying Kofi Kingston, but he doesn't win the title.
You're saying the same thing we said about Batista.
How's that fucking work?
Oh, that could
Kofi wins
happen.
by disqualification.
That could happen. That could happen.
Okay.
We're a
That's
count
my
out.
prediction.
Kofi Kingston, he deserves that title.
And then he wins the title on SmackDown.
Yo, from all the freaking shit that he has been part of,
That's
like
my
the whole
that's
freaking
my
Language.
Randy Orton.
Swear jar, man.
Prediction.
Well, this
Bray
is like
Wyatt
my
returns.
honest sport now. This is my. Oh, also
Yeah,
Bray
Bray
Wyatt
Wyatt
won't
returns.
even be there.
Or Luke
But
Harper.
do you-
One of the two return and attack
Why am I
Kofi,
thinking-
giving him the victory by disqualification, giving Daniel
What do I
Bryan a
just see-
WrestleMania moment.
All right, so everybody's
Why do I
Kofi
fuck-
except for
Is this
Soul,
on-
right?
Isn't this...
Yeah. What do I
No,
see
this isn't
Kane
Daniel
getting
Bryan's
involved
first
in this, right?
WrestleMania back, is it?
Yeah.
No,
Since
No,
since
it
returning
isn't.
to the ring.
No, yeah,
No.
no, yeah,
Is it?
no,
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
last year, well, he returned
no,
and he
no,
teamed
no.
with freaking what's his name?
With Shane,
Yeah, and he
right?
teamed
Think you're better?
with Shane McMahon to take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Yeah, that was like the last time we saw Daniel Bryan in the ring.
No. Okay,
WrestleMania.
so everybody says
Yeah,
Kofi
so
except for
technically-
Soul. Soul thinks Kofi's
I
gonna
think
win,
it
but by
hurts.
disqualification.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm saying Kofi Kingston will actually take the title.
Okay, we're moving on. Next match is, god damn it, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Hurry up,
Seth's
Ben.
winning.
Okay, Seth's winning. That's all you had to
Seth's
say.
winning this.
Seth Rollins. No, I'm saying Brock Lesnar.
Street
Wow,
says
you
Brock
know what?
Lesnar. Soul.
Yo,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock
if you
Lesnar. I'm
if
saying
if
Brock
you say
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar,
Okay, let's move on.
Then you've
Next
got
We're
no
moving
soul.
on. We're moving on. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. Gotta go with
Charlotte
Becky.
Flair.
Charlotte
hang on,
Flair,
hang on.
Becky
Charlotte
Lynch,
Flair.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for just for like a wild guess here. I'm sorry about this. I don't think it will be Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, or Charlotte. Because remember who's the host? Alexa Bliss.
Alexa's
Do that-
gonna
do that sound
interfere?
effect.
I think Alexa Bliss is actually gonna put herself in this match.
Ooh, Ben's got a little prediction
I
here.
don't think the host can do that, but
Okay.
I mean, I guess
I
he
think
does
there.
it.
That's it. I think that could possibly happen. She had the
I
power to
feel
put Colin Jost and Michael
Yeah.
Che and
Hey, wait,
And maybe
So-
that was a hint towards
she
it.
had the air quote power.
But I gotta go. I'll listen
Well,
to
hold
it.
make a
on.
tag.
Wait.
Yeah,
One
make
more
that
prediction.
fatal
One more
tag.
prediction. There's a bonus match probably going to happen, and it's
Uh-oh,
probably going to be
bonus.
the Undertaker versus Elias. And I think the Undertaker's going to break his losing
Get
streak
loose?
at WrestleMania. Oh no, he beat John Cena last year, but I think he's going to beat Elias. So Undertaker
Well,
over
we don't want
Elias.
to talk about that now. No, we want to
I-
talk about
I-
John Cena Undertaker thing.
How? Where did you even come up with this from? I never even.
Because
So, yeah, let's start.
Elias has been demanding
Yeah,
a
I'm
match.
confused.
Elias has been basically hollering about a match, and a lot of people thought it was going to be John Cena, but that's out of the cards. And Undertaker
That
has
is
been
true, I've
spotted.
seen that.
Has been spotted and
At
has
the
been
Performance Center.
saying some cryptic tweets or something. There's
Yeah,
some
cryptic.
been some stuff.
Very cryptic.
But yeah, so that's what I think. I think Undertaker's gonna
Yeah.
beat Elias. I think Elias is gonna say something bad about WrestleMania, and he's gonna say something like, "I'm even better than the Undertaker." I'm more of a legend
That
than the
happens,
Undertaker
obviously,
will
I'm
ever
going
be.
Taker.
He's gonna be, I'm more of a legend than Taker will ever be, and then dong, and then it's over. The crowd goes wild. Undertaker's there. He beats up
Yeah, man.
Elias
Yep.
womp, 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 womp. And so I don't think any of these matches mostly are going to be any good except for the main event and
How would you? How could you?
the Kofi match and the tag match with the Usos and Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Yeah, what
I
are
think
your
that's going to be the only things
predictions
that are
on
going to be
that?
any good.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
the
So
one that
3
takes all
matches
matches.
out of the what 10?
3 out of
20.
54. 54 matches, guys. I counted.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well,
Alright, guys.
That's
I'll
really
catch you later.
WrestleMania moment.
You're off work tomorrow, so we all know.
Oh,
Yeah,
he left
so-
off.
No, he's not going to be off work. He's got to work during WrestleMania. Guys, thoughts and prayers for Soul. He's got to work during WrestleMania. This guy couldn't even take off for it.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be watching. I've been saving up my pizza points at Pizza Hut. I've got
Oh, you
Enough.
do that thing?
I've got enough for a free pizza.
Wow, so
Any
I know what,
pizza?
he's gonna lose.
I'm going all
Can't
in with a super large
Ooh.
Supreme with extra cheese, and they're gonna hook it
I haven't
up,
actually heard your
bro.
guys' thoughts about Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, Becky
Uh,
Lynch yet.
I said Becky, and Soul said Charlotte, and Street said Becky, and
Yeah, I'm going with Alexa Bliss on this.
we heard that part. So
Yeah, I think Alexa Bliss is gonna
You guys got any news and rumors other than what we just went
No.
over?
News
For news?
news and rumors. I'll check this now.
now that Soul's gone, and so he'll probably have to leave the stream at the DX Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Soul, you should probably go watch
One
that real
shot
quick.
fired. A lot of shots fired.
They said the first thing was Billy Gunn said they were talking about Vince McMahon. You can't say Vince McMahon, and everybody was like, "Who can't say Vince McMahon? What do you mean Vince McMahon? Vince McMahon? You can't say Vince McMahon? Who said that?" Well, Vince McMahon. So you mean there's a letter somewhere that says, "Don't say Vince McMahon, sign Vince McMahon"? He's like, Triple H is like, "Yeah." He's like, "You guys are gonna have to quit, or he's gonna hire the whole audience and fire all of you, and he'll fire all of us." And Billy Gunn was like, "Well, there's one good thing out of all this. He can't fire me." And then everybody kind of went, "Oh," and the people started kind of chanting. And then there was another little moment where I think it was Road Dogg or something was all like, "And we want to thank you, Billy Gunn, for, no, Triple H, it was Triple H, he's like, I want to thank you for being here and everybody for being here, and Billy Gunn, I want to thank you for being all in." And I just looked at him, and they said a few more things, and then the crowd started going, "Too sweet, woo woo," and he started saying, "I don't know where that even came from. That's stupid. We never did that. What we did was real, not something stupid like that." And he said to Billy Gunn, "You just better watch it." Oh, he said, "You better watch it, because Vince McMahon will buy that 2-bit company out from under those 2 billionaires just to fire you again."
Ooh, damn.
And the crowd went, "Ooh, shots fired." So definitely shots fired there. They did a whole big series of jokes. Each one of them had their own little bit gimmick that they went through before they did their thank yous. They were really funny. It was probably the best induction I've ever seen, because it went through each one of them, and they had a little funny part, and then they had their actual story part.
What's the reasoning for Billy Gunn to be fired? Do you remember why he got fired?
No, I don't know. He probably was just talking to somebody, talking to the wrong person, or said the wrong thing, or I don't know. Got in trouble. Rubbed Vince the wrong way.
Didn't jerk him off the right way.
Exactly. That rub and tug went south.
Oh,
So
also,
no. So the next thing I want to talk about,
Hall of Fame thing again, or what?
we're going to do the whole family thing again? No.
I forgot.
Also, well, I do know Bruce the Barber Beefcake also actually did burn Baron Corbin in a little bit of a, like,
Yeah,
well,
that didn't
talking
matter,
about
but...
him, that he was a butler.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark, so that's a good point to call the podcast.
Well, can I just discuss something here?
Go discuss away.
Let me bring up something kind of related to the topic of AEW and WWE and the whole beef thing. I don't know if you guys heard, but WWE is coming out with a new show on FS1 to supposedly compete against...
They're doing what we used to
AEW.
do. They're basically doing This Week in WWE on Fox Sports 1. They're doing Sports Center for wrestling fans. And those have always failed. Because if you're a wrestling fan, you probably watched it. And the only reason to watch the other show is if you missed it. So the only people who are watching that are people who missed a show and don't want to go back and watch it. But those people are usually too lazy to even care, and they're just going to go watch the thumbs up and down on What Culture, or they're going to go to Bleacher Report.
Though. This show
gonna
is supposed to be on Tuesday. That's the same night as SmackDown.
It's going to fail.
So I'm confused. Why are they pulling it? Here's the thing. Why are they pulling a trigger on something that isn't solid yet? Unless they have some news about where AEW is landing. Because how are you going to pull a trigger on making a show on FS1 when you already got a show on the same night on...
I just found out it was Tommy
Fox.
Dreamer.
Huh?
It was Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer got hits, fucking, little man got jumped over something. Who was it? What's the little dude? The manager for AOP.
Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick. Yeah,
Drake
he
Maverick.
got in the middle. He was jumping over people to jump in the middle of it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, what we're talking about?
Okay.
The Bret Hart attack.
Oh.
So yeah, that was.
But yeah, like I'm saying, why are they pulling a trigger on something that's not even confirmed yet? How are you gonna pull a trigger unless they have some kind of insider news, some kind of information
Pull the
solid
trigger,
to
fool.
even pull
Clack,
a
clack,
trigger
clack,
on
clack.
something like
Street.
that? What?
I'm just gonna say 3 letters, and this is the reason why you can not put it past them. XFL.
I guess that's true.
No, they're
thing
because
is,
WWE
kinda
pulls the
stupid.
trigger
You
all the
already
time
have
on a
two
bunch of
shows.
stuff.
You already have 2 wrestling,
They've got
3
a billion.
wrestling shows.
They've got 4. 205 Live.
Yeah.
They've got 5. A UK.
Why do
They've
they
got
need
6.
another
They got
one
they
on the
don't.
same show of another show's on us? There's 3 shows
It's
on
one.
one
This is
night.
one show to talk about all of them.
I know, but how is that gonna work?
No one's
How is
gonna.
it gonna
It's
work?
not. I told you it's not
Sheeta.
gonna work. No one's gonna watch it. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be Sports
also
Center
talk
for
about
wrestling
the
fans,
Sheeta
but
signing?
nobody wants to watch it. And
What? No one else talked about that, Drake.
It's dumb. That's what it is. They can't do something so stupid when I don't know what time that would start because SmackDown won't end until fucking 10 or at my time.
oh,
So
Oh, also guys, I do
what
have
time
like
would that
yeah, I
start?
also do have one more bit of news.
After freaking 205?
205. All right, guys. Who knows? I don't know. It's gonna suck. Too much wrestling, and it's gonna mess up because I'm not gonna be able to watch SmackDown on the day. I'm not gonna know what happened on SmackDown when I do the podcast. Probably most of the time, I'm gonna have to look it up on Bleacher Report. But anyways,
I do
it's
have
still,
one more bit of news. Hang on.
Jesus Christ.
Still one more bit of news.
If it's
This
not,
actually
hold on,
happened,
Ben. If this is
but-
not really fucking good, go.
Well, it's a new signing to NXT. Yeah, it's a new signing to NXT.
If it's somebody I've
Kushida.
never heard of, all right.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
guys for
Kushida.
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. Make sure you check us out next week when
No,
we'll
no,
be
no, no.
covering.
Why not? Yo, why are you disrespecting Kushida now? No. You know what?
That's not high profile. All right.
Well, Kushida is actually, he's going to be making his NXT debut. Don't know when he's going to be making his NXT debut, but he did sign with the WWE NXT. So, yeah, see him on NXT, but I know they're going to ruin his character.
Yep. Tune in next week when we cover everything
I had
from
to add
Wrestle.
that one in, okay? I wanted to add that into it. Okay. Thank you.
Tune in next week when we cover everything from WrestleMania and probably Raw and SmackDown and the following aftermath ensuing. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you check us out. Peace.